What's going on, guys? We are back. This is about, I think, our fourth or fifth live stream we've ever done. It was a bit of an impromptu call. We might be doing one for next week as well. Originally, we were going to have John on, but he got locked down by the wifey for dinner. So it's me at SWR Betting, Luke, Lags _ the capper, holding it down for the Club and Sub Pod this week for a card that, has been at least pre what we've seen has been a slight bit lackluster, but we've had some solid fights. So should be a fun live stream going forward. What's going on tonight, Legs?
Not too much. 2-0 to start the night, so good way to start it off. So
for sure, got to give a shout out to our boy John Stargarian too. Unfortunately, once again, wasn't able to join us, but 1.5 units on Alexis Davis at plus 200, getting that 30-27 decision. Pretty sharp shit right there. So I wish we could have John on, because right now he'd probably be like stripping and taking his clothes off, or a victory lap or something. Because that was a super sharp read. But I think we were all more so. I had a personal play on her by decision at plus 300 around the open, so I didn't tip it. But I think we were all more so on the side that Alexis Davis was the value, right?
Yeah, I think so. Nothing really crazy.
Yeah, and I've said it for a while. I just think Sabina Mazo is overrated. we threw out that stat, on the Club and Sub Pod last week, that she drops the first 2 rounds on at least one judge's scorecard in 3 or 4 UFC fights. I did also say, if you guys listen to the Club and Sub Pod, that caught kicks would be a part of the game of Alexis Davis here to potentially get takedowns. Obviously, she secured takedowns, in other fashions too. But that was the first takedown that came from Alexis Davis, was off of a caught kick. So, yeah, man, pretty good shit to start the night. Hopefully, we don't crash and burn here on the main. So we'll see. All right, so we got Pillow Fist in here. Hey guys, appreciate the stream. Thanks for coming in, Pillow Fist. You've been in our chats before. Appreciate you joining us. Got Gabe. John is weak sauce. Glad you all are doing this.
John's
give the guy a break. Me and Lags, we're a little younger. We're not wifed up yet. We don't got the kids yet, so our Saturday nights are a little bit more free. So, but yeah, should be an interesting main card here. We'll see.
It'll be a fun live stream for what should be, it's a fun card. I know not a lot of people are intrigued betting wise, but I think there's a lot of good fights at least.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because we were even talking about I think we were actually DMing back and forth about, I'm like, should we do it? I'm like, I think this is a great card to do it live. Yeah. Maybe not everybody has a ton of interest in it in general, but there are some fun fights on it. So going live for the people, podcast of the people.
Maybe throwing out some live bets for the people.
Throwing out some live bets for the people. Fun fact, I was actually looking at the live line for Davis. After 1, she was still I think plus 187 or something. So I hit that.
It's probably all the commentary that was saying, I don't know how they score that round.
Yeah. Well, then coupled with the fact that just traditionally Mazo comes on late. So I think that was somewhat of the consideration, but plus 187 Davis after 1. It's all she has to do, obviously throw what happened out the window for 2 seconds, but she pretty clearly got 1 to me. So plus 187. Yeah. That was a nice little poke, but all right. Terlansky, Moises really showed out. That was awesome. Yeah, man, that was a great performance by Thiago Moises. I'll say in full transparency, Reed not great on the fight. I thought that Hernandez would mix in wrestling too to help win minutes there. Didn't really wrestle at all. Moises looked great on the feet. So yeah, a couple other sharp dudes out there cashed plus 200s on Moises. So yeah, that was a solid look.
Yeah, I think Thiago's striking really looked improved, and that's what I didn't really think his striking was all that good to begin with. So
Yeah, see, that's where like kind of where we disagree because I've always been a proponent of Thiago striking. Like I think it's good, but it's like more so of the volume issue. That's always been my thing. And he showed like a lot more aggressive components in this
Yeah.
fight than he has historically. And I've had some defensive issues with Hernandez. So yeah, can't be a Johnny come lately on it. Like I said,
Yeah,
definitely.
right.
I thought Hernandez would outwork him. Definitely
too.
not the case. So.
Yep.
Connor said, "Do you guys have Moises or Hernandez?" I don't think
I
anybody
didn't have
on the.
either. John
Yeah,
had
I don't think.
Hernandez. John had
Did he
Hernandez.
play?
Yeah, I believe
He
he
did
played
play him.
him 2 units at minus 185, I think.
Okay, so
So
I guess
I think that's the
John
only
had
person.
Hernandez. Yeah, I guess I
Yeah.
can't speak to C.
C didn't that I know of. No.
But yeah, so it looks like John took an L on Hernandez.
That's all right. He had a unit and a half on Alexis Davis.
Yeah, giving him some vindication there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew, what's up, dude? Thanks for jumping in, bro.
Oh, people's main event coming up next.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Let's see. I'm trying to get through these comments here real quick. But 2 units on Moises and a half unit on the KO. Shout out to Z. Sharp calling that. It was close. Yeah, that was sharp listening to Z there. Z's read on the fight was solid. I was actually on with him on Friday, and I think we touched on that fight a little bit. And yeah, I was wrong. I was wrong on that. Really sharp calling him for 2 units on Moises. I still don't really love the unit sizing on the KO, to be honest. Not just like hindsight, but I think personally, if it was me, if I was
I don't think Connor had a good unit size. He had 2 units on Moises and half unit on KO.
Okay.
I think Z I want to say only had like a unit and a half on the money line, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember, to be honest, but he had like almost a full unit, I think, on the KO.
Okay. Don't kill us, Z. We might be butchering that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
so
yeah.
Andrews,
1.4 on the money line and 0.7 on KO.
Gotcha.
But still,
Andrew
the money line
says,
was
Bruce,
2-1.
Bruce Leroy time. Let's go. I'm
Yep.
right there with you, boy. I put a unit on Bruce Leroy at minus 170. Actually dropped down. Let's see what is he at right now here pre-fight time. Minus 152.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, that's crazy. So people are thinking Kroom's going to sub him then.
It's literally been just all one-way Kroom, and like I get it. Like he's going to come forward, he's going to throw strikes, he's going to try to wrestle, but to me, like how I described it on the podcast from Wednesday, like to me, it's like you have the regional scene journeyman versus the UFC journeyman. To me, it's just kind of like a levels fight. Like, so I think like Kroom plays are more predicated on the fact that like, oh, he, trains at Glory with James Krause, smart game plan. We saw Derek Minner come out, look like a completely different guy. You have that Caceres has been a snowflake in some spots. I get it, but I don't know. I think it's just kind of a levels fight where like people were kind of saying the same thing about Caceres' last fight with Springer. Like, oh, I can't lay, minus 200 on it. And it's like, went out there and subbed the guy like within 3 minutes. So I feel like it could kind of be a potential spot like that here. And not to mention that Kroom has been subbed, I think like four or 5 times too. So should be interesting. So yeah, Andrew, right with you. Bruce Leroy. Let's see if I regret jumping in on Bruce Leroy late, because I did lose the Angela Hill decision bet. Literally, I placed it 5 minutes before the cancellation, and it falls out. Like legitimately, I'm proven. I think it's proven that I am cursed when it comes to MMA betting. Like, oh, it's unreal. All right.
And what sucks too is because that FanDuel, the same game parlay insurance, because it was a 5-leg, because it dropped down to 4-leg, you have to hit all 4 now.
Shit, yep. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, same with me. Yep.
Because I think I don't have it up, but I had Jacoby decision KO in that.
Me too.
I had Lawrence decision.
Gosh, that was close too. I thought he was going to finish.
And then what? I had 2 other ones.
Jimmy decision, because I have Jimmy decision, and then Montana decision, right?
I think that's what I had too.
So I have Ankalaev KO, Montana decision, Jimmy decision, Angela decision, which pulled out, and then Jacoby KO decision for plus 2,600.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious to see what that drops the odds down to with
Actually,
the Hill.
Well, I could find mine out at least. I don't know. But yeah, I was like, because my buddy was telling me that too. I was like, I didn't realize that because once a leg drops out, then
yeah, because it has to be 5 or more.
Right.
But I literally found out about that like 2 weeks ago or something.
Oh yeah, they do that. They do like NFL, NBA. I think they do. I don't know if they do it with soccer, but yeah, UFC.
Yeah.
C's just been firing away on them.
I know. He's like, I'm going to hit one of these. I have 2 units on him at minus 175. My only play of the card. Oh, boy, Andrew.
Oh, man.
All right.
All right.
All right, buddy.
I have a unit on the under 2.5 plus 150.
All right. Same people betting Kroom are chasing their not Viana losses.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see. All right. Never bet on Alex Caceres in my life. let's
see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes.
Alrighty. So my 4-leg parlay comes down to 1638 now.
What was it before? Like
so not
20,
too bad. So it was 25.78. And now it's at 1638. So it'll still pay out. It's still 25 to win 410. So not bad.
After this fight, I'll have to take a peek at what exactly mine's at right now, but that's a bummer because I thought that leg was just like a solid lock. Solid lock of a leg, but
and that sucks too because it's like, okay, if that's a lock, then that's an easy free win, and you know if you lose one, that's whatever you refund. But
exactly,
that's one free leg. Yeah. That's one free leg. So it's like,
do you know? Can you do that like for multiple ones a week, or do they only like limit you to one?
It's only one. They only limit you to one. Yeah, because I was looking at that for like the NFL playoff games, and yeah, it's only one. It's like one per day too. Like you can only do one. Like if there's two. There were 2 NFL games in a day. You can only do like one per game, or one per day. I guess I should say. It'd be nice if you could do one per game.
Oh, come on, Bruce. Use that Bruce Lee shit. That's the interesting thing about Caceres is like he's beat some decent guys, beat some bad guys, lost to some really good guys, lost to some bad guys. Like from like like from a skill set perspective, he's not bad. It's just like I just think there's levels in this fight. And I know C was like we were going back and forth in the group chat about it. He's like, I'm holding out. You know, I think I'm going to get this great line on Caceres. Props to him because I jumped in on it too early. I thought like as soon as he hit that like minus 170, minus 165, like he was just going to spike and people were going to come back in on him. But it's been public play has been just Kroom this week, pretty much one-way traffic. Because I think what did Caceres use like minus 233 or something like that?
He might have opened higher than that, honestly.
Yeah, I don't remember what the open was, but yeah, I haven't seen any Caceres love. Looking decent to start out.
Where are you at in the fight right now?
325.
Oh, you're way ahead. All right, I'll try to speed up here a bit.
Kroom going to the takedown. Caceres defended. That's one thing I think that Caceres does not get enough credit for. His takedown defense is not bad.
And Kroom's wrestling isn't that good either.
Yeah, he's more of just like a bull. I think he tries to like use his strength to get guys down, but from like a technical perspective, not great. I guess this is kind of the one concern I had for the fight is that Caceres could just get stuck on the cage, more so less than him getting stuck on his back. But I don't think Kroom's gas is very good either. So I don't know if he can maintain like a grinding base pace for 15 minutes. I guess we'll see, but Yeah, let's get that underhook, Alex. Let's get that underhook. Let's get off the fence, buddy. Credit to Kroom, though. He's doing what he needs to do. This is the type of fight he needs to implement to win the fight. He's not scoring shit, though. Oh, Leroy got that neck. Oh, get up. Ah, fuck, he slipped. He's going to get on top. Yep. You still live, Lags, or you figuring it out?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Where are you at?
117.
Okay, I'm at 130. That's all right. I don't know why. I was on ESPN, and it was like 40 seconds behind you. Are you on ESPN too?
Yeah, I'm on ESPN Plus.
Yeah, same. I don't know. That was weird.
Yeah, Kroom just does not have the gas to do this for 15 minutes.
No, because Eric could probably finish him. That's what another consideration I was looking at for the under 2.5 too. All of Kroom's finishes are in the first or second round. I don't think he has any third round finishes.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me with the gas tank.
So I guess how do you score the route? I mean, obviously Kroom had a ton of control time, but I think Caceres landed a ton of clean strikes too. I guess you probably give it to Kroom, maybe. Caceres did get on top of him for a second too, but oh shit. Oh. Well, interesting first. All right, guys, what do you think of the chat? What do you guys score that first round? Control of Kroom, effective striking of Caceres. What it all comes down to in this betting game.
See, I think the thing is it wasn't super effective control of Kroom enough to. I mean, I'm okay with like. I guess.
Oh, Caceres is minus 500 live? No shit. Wow.
How though? It wasn't even like a dominant round. He was minus 200. Like you said, minus 152. I don't know. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either. That's interesting. It seems like the odds makers have a decent beat on these like live lines, though. They tend to get it right like a majority of the time. But yeah, say that Caceres like 80%. Like I think it's, if anything, if that's actually correct, that's probably just more so of a fade on the gas tank of Kroom.
Right.
But yeah, still that's a bit interesting. Andrew's saying it's minus 700 now. What book are you using, Andrew? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, let me check out FanDuel real quick. All right, I loaded up ESPN Plus again, so I'm just starting round 2. Where are you at?
435.
Oh man. Yeah, that's.
What I will say, if it was like actually minus 500 Caceres live, I would have bet Kroom. Like whatever the comeback was on that.
Right.
That had to be like what, plus 375 or something.
I'm keeping a live eye at the FanDuel line now. I don't see anything. It's just locked right now.
Yeah, they got it locked down on Bet Online too. Oh, and then Caceres gets up a takedown. Oh, Alex. Yeah, fight day bets historically have just not been winners for me over the years. See if Bruce Leroy can get something going off his back.
See, this is going to be real interesting too, how you score the first round, because especially if Kroom gets a pretty solid round here.
Nice triangle. A triangle locked up. He's got to get that arm across, though.
Yeah. I'm at 225, so
needs to get a better angle on it.
Oh man, he almost.
Fucking let it go. I don't know why he didn't tact.
Oh, he almost had it. I'm looking at like 210 right here. He almost has it. Damn.
I don't know why it was.
Oh yeah, I don't know why you let it go.
Across.
Yeah, I don't know why you let it go. Yeah.
Well, he wasn't fucking with the arm at all. I don't understand. He just let Kroom keep distance there. I mean, that was tight. It was tight. He just didn't.
Yeah.
Come on, Bruce Leroy. That's some shit. A live bet Kroom plus 140 or plus 475 on Betway. Looks like a good live bet right now, dude. Win or lose.
Yep.
Because like you said, Larry's kind of depends on how you score the first round, but
yeah, because if you score the first round Kroom, then this could be, he could just coast here.
Yeah, and 475, that's what, like, 17% or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
18% for a guy who potentially won the first two rounds. Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. This was my fear of the fight, though, that he was just going to get stuck on the fence.
I got nothing on FanDuel.
Yeah, they still got it locked down here, too.
Yep. That's what it looks like.
I mean, at this point, you would have to assume to just live bet Kroom because there's nothing to suggest that the third round is going to be any different than what's going on right now.
Yep.
And Kroom's just going to keep coming at him. And Caceres can't keep space. All right, hold it down for the people.
One Kroom decision just in case. Nice. Yeah, I know Cody Saftik was talking about that. I think he played Kroom by decision at plus 580, I think. Sharp play. They were when they were in Caceres' corner, his cornermen were telling him they were up 2 rounds.
Really?
Yeah.
And then we got Gabe saying Kroom live plus 330.
How?
We got some wonky shit going on here. Is there something that we don't know? We got some
Wow.
home cooking.
I don't know. I mean, round one, like even if you score like a Sarah
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Oh, you're a little ahead, but it's all right. Just keep the standing, Alex. Come on.
Kroom's gassed.
So bad.
Like,
he just needs to stay at space and he wins this.
Oh, big elbow.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, just break away. Oh. Oh. There's just way too much sweat going on tonight, Legs.
Yeah. Honestly.
What do you got left for the card?
So I have, let's see. I have Montana by decision at plus 195. I have a unit on that. I have a unit on the main event under 2.5 rounds. And then I have a half unit on Ankalaev round 1 knockout at plus 260.
Okay. So you still got a decent amount going, right?
Yep. I'm just going to lose the under 2.5 here.
Really, Alex? You're going to fucking... Oh, my God. Kroom is just... He's so done. Yeah, dude, this really might come down to how they score that first round.
And how they score the takedowns, because they said it was takedowns where he was 15 to 16 defending them.
For Caceres?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm curious
because you could score that round 3. You could score round 3 for Caceres. You could score round 1 for Caceres.
Yeah. I mean, I think round 2 is Kroom.
Yeah.
I mean,
me too.
That was, I think, probably Caceres took his back. Yeah, so definitely not saying, regardless of the outcome here, I had value on Caceres at minus 170, but how much did you have in the under 2.5?
Just 1 unit. So I'm still up a unit on the night so far.
Nice. All right, Andrew says round 1, clear Caceres. Round 2, probably Kroom, but Caceres did have that big submission attempt, came close to finishing.
I guess, but I don't think that was going to score that second round for him.
Probably not.
Not even enough to warrant a draw, I think. I think you have to get the second round of Kroom for me.
Yeah.
And this third round probably is Caceres, right?
Oh, the third round's Caceres. That's
and
for sure.
And the first round's probably Caceres. That's what's crazy.
Oh, shit.
It could be, at least.
Do you have any bets left for tonight, Legs? Legs touched on that.
Yes. I guess. Yeah.
Rifle them off again in case our boy Stan.
All right. So I got Montana. I got 1 unit Montana decision plus 195. I have the main event under 2.5 rounds minus 115 a unit on that, and then I have a half unit on Ankalaev round 1 knockout at plus 260. I like the knockout at minus 110 now, and somebody told me that the knockout on FanDuel is plus money now for Ankalaev. So I think that's a little interesting.
Interesting. I am perfectly hedged, I guess.
Oh yeah, I guess he had Kroom to start, right? Is that what he said? Or no, he had.
I think
he
so.
had
Yeah.
No, he had Caceres to start.
Oh, did he have Caceres? Yeah.
I think he had Caceres, and then he took Kroom.
Connor says Kroom is going to pass. Yeah, he came pretty close. Round 3 should be 10-8. I don't know about that because I don't think he got in. I mean, he threatened chokes, but he didn't get close to really submitting him. So I don't know about that one, Andrew. 29-27 Caceres. I'm going to go 29-28 Caceres regardless of my bet because I do think Alex won the first round.
Well. Yeah.
But hey, man, MMA judging, I would not be surprised if Kroom edged a 29-28 decision here.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll see. Got to turn my volume on so if I know I need to rage for this decision or not. This would be great though if I can hit this and go into the last bet with Montana.
Yeah, not sweating anything.
Come on, guys. $30-26. What the fuck?
30-26. So you're gonna tell me? So hold on. So you're gonna tell me that they gave him round 1, round 2, and then a 10-8 round 3. Like Andrew said, that's crazy. I'm sorry, that's crazy. Now I'm not gonna say it wasn't a robbery. I thought Alex.
No.
30-26, 30-27.
I guess
was that the home cooking there?
Good call on the 10-8 third, Andrew. A good call there, but
I didn't.
I don't know. I don't think Alex Caceres won the second round of that fight. And this is coming from a guy who's got a bet on him too. So, but hey, man. Well, I guess hindsight 2020 minus 170, unanimous decision. 230-27 is 130-26. Like I said, I don't know if I agree with that personally, but I agree with Caceres winning the fight. Yeah. Let me say that, but
me too.
But I think probably 29-28 Caceres is probably how I would have scored it personally.
Yeah, I think 29-27, I guess, is fair if you're going to give him the 10-8 third round, but I thought it was a 10-9 third round personally.
Yeah. But, all right, let me cash this fucking shameless plug on Alex Caceres for my fucking Twitter. I still feel so greasy cashing this, but whatever.
So did Jonah. Jonah just tweeted out a long tweet as well about it. It was real funny. I saw one of our followers, Ryan Barton, tweeted out Alex Leroy Caceres.
We were talking about that in the group chat too. We're like, oh, Bruce Leroy Jenkins. If you guys are too old to understand that, I don't pity you. Probably one of the greatest YouTube videos of all time. Y'all got to check that out.
Caceres is gassed too.
Oh, he definitely didn't look like Lance Armstrong in that fight.
No, and he's calling for rank guys too.
All right, well, let me bet against Alex Caceres against the rank guys.
Yeah, honestly.
Do we agree on that though? That was probably like 29-28.
29-28. Yeah, for sure. Yep. I think he won, but the scoring was bad, for sure.
But then again, I mean, yeah, they went 29-28 unanimous for Jacoby too. And I had to bet on Jacoby, and I think they could have scored that fight for Christian. I would have been. I did too. That's
what I said. I said as well. I said scoring at 29-28 either way wasn't really bad. I thought it was a close decision. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Pillow Fist says that is a crazy scorecard.
Agreed.
I agree, sir.
Yeah. All right, here we go. I guess this is actually also the people's main event. Pedro Munoz and Jimmy Rivera.
Yeah, man. Good fight.
Jimmy decision to keep the Lambo rolling.
Yeah, it's interesting because I've seen a couple takes on Twitter, like MMA Lock of the Night. If you guys follow him, he is like super, super bullish on Rivera. And I've seen a couple other short guys that are on Munoz here, especially as that line kind of creeped up too. So I personally, from a betting perspective, have no interest. I think Jimmy as a slight favorite is probably where it should be. But it's a fight where I think optics could play in the favor of Munoz potentially, but we'll see. What do you think, Legs?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, I pretty much what I was saying about the Jimmy decision. I even tweeted it out that last time it was booked, this rematch, Jimmy decision was plus 150 versus the money line at minus 150. So I mean, you're getting $1 on the line value, where now he's minus 140, 150 still, but by decisions like even money, sometimes you're even paying juice like 105, 110. So like I think optic wise, it's close enough. It could be close enough to sway towards Pedro, like what we saw in the Pedro fight, for instance. Everybody kind of thought it was a clear Pedro win, and then we saw Frankie edge it out. Whether we agree with it or not, it was close enough to make it that kind of decision. So I think Pedro has that ability, and that's the thing too. I've seen a lot of different takes on how this fight's going to go. Some people have said Pedro decision. Some people have said Pedro's going to knock him out. Some people said Jimmy's going to win by decision. I've kind of seen a lot of conflicting takes. So I think Luke is the only person that I know that is betting the fight doesn't go the distance.
Luke.
Or no, Luke. Sorry, Luke. Z.
Z. I was about to say. No, Z. Do I have a bet I don't know about, Legs?
No. Actually, well, Z and I think AMG is playing it too, if I'm not wrong.
Is Warrior on that? The violence?
He was talking about it, and he was like, "It's going to be hard for me not to play it."
I definitely
plus 240.
Yeah, like I definitely see the angle because obviously Rivera's been hurt before. I think it was like Alcantara got hurt, got obviously dropped twice
in the last fight.
Yeah, well, actually, I think Jimmy probably hurt him more. Yeah. If I'm being honest, from what I remember, but yeah, dude, it's a good fight.
It's a good fight, and that's kind of why I'm more inclined to not have money on it, because again, it's like minus 150 on what I think is a close striking fight. I don't want my money on that.
Yeah.
But Jimmy's decision, Lambo.
Jimmy wins round 1. Munoz wins round 3. In my opinion, going to come down to round 2.
See, I don't know. I think I would kind of argue the other way around. I think Jimmy probably comes on stronger later. I feel like Pedro, if anything, fades a little bit. But
yeah,
I don't know. It's tough to really call. I think it's just a great fight.
Like I said, we even talked about it on the pod. Like I don't have like an overtly great read on the fight. I think Jimmy's the better fighter personally, but from a line value perspective, I just don't think there's a lot of value personally. Yeah. Jimmy decision plus 275.
That was on I think it was
DraftKings.
Yeah, and then I think that was the same as last week. A Linux sub was at 11-1, and I believe that got voided. So I know somebody else told me there was another total that wasn't voided on there. It was the Zalal Choi, the over 1.5, when that was like I think minus 115 or something like that. I think.
All I'll say, boys, is be careful hitting these.
Yeah.
if it's a book that you play on consistently, this is it's a mistake line. So
yeah.
All I'm going to say is I'm not saying don't hit it, but I'm saying be careful, because a lot of books out there, if you consistently hit these type of lines, they will ban you. So More so on the offshores. I think actually Dan at Best Fight Picks tweeted about that. Like, it's true. It's more so on the offshores. I can't speak to FanDuel and DraftKings so much. I don't think they're as bullish in terms of that perspective. But if you're playing that type of stuff on offshore books, I'd be careful because they will ban you.
Yeah, and I guess one quick thing too, and even on FanDuel, a lot of the times, like not just necessarily us per se, but just the lines they have on there. When they release those, usually they're just, I don't know about soft openers, but they're just like incorrect openers. They're not necessarily like completely the wrong prop. Like Jimmy by decision at plus 275, that's Pedro's by decision's line, and it's just flip flopped. The lines that we're hitting on FanDuel are just softer openers, just escalate. So that's kind of the difference between the two, because what we're doing is not as bad as what this is doing, because this is a clear line error.
Yeah, because there's like a difference between like an incorrect line and like a mistake line, you know,
right.
where it's like you can clearly tell where it's like they should have flip-flopped something, or they should have put a 1 when there was a 2, or a plus when there should have been a minus. But to your point, Legs, they put stuff out where it's like, okay, well, that's probably mispriced, but it's not a quote unquote mistake, you know?
Yeah. Like, for instance, I know like when Reboss was fighting Paige Sand, they opened her at minus 390 on FanDuel. Well, it wasn't, you know, that they flipped it or anything. It was just a super soft opener that was going to get steamed.
Yeah. And I think she closed like minus 900.
Yeah. Crazy.
All right.
Oh, damn. Yeah. John had Caceres no scorecards, and I think he played sub small, like a quarter unit, something like that. I think they were both on track, though.
Both Z and Scrap Cap are throwing me shade on Twitter right now for putting out that I had the personal play on Davis' decision here. Z goes, your Patreon and subscribers are furious. Scrap Cap goes, personal play, please. Well, hey guys, dude, I'm not gonna tip a plus 300 prop open when there's only 2 books that have it. So I'm gonna play it. If the line is, you know, roughly correct, you know, midweek, you know, then I'll tip it, but it got steamed down like 60 cents. So I'm not going to tip it. But I talked about in my article that I thought that was probably the, you know, most likely outcome. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely 2 sides of that coin, because obviously you want to help your followers out at the same time. But at the same time, you don't want to, you know, there's only 1 or 2 books that has it. It's hard to like release that out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or track it, for instance.
Yeah. And we've talked about that before. Like, there's a difference between hitting like opening lines and then like lines that are still like roughly correct to the market and hitting like early lines. Like, I think there's a difference between that. And then like also you can still hit, like, honestly, I don't have anything against hitting an opening line. Once again, I'm speaking solely for me because, you know, I'm quote unquote selling picks, but like if an opening line is around for like a week and the market is still right around that line, I don't have a problem with tipping that. Like, personally, like for example, like I'll give something out. I actually played Kai Kara France next week at UFC 259. He's like minus 136 on FanDuel right now, which is the best line on the market. But the rest of the market's minus 140, minus 145. I don't have a problem with tipping that personally. Like, I guess if other people do, I guess that's their issue. But to me, if I'm tipping something that's within 20 cents of what I'm tipping, I think it's fair game, personally, because as a bettor, I'm trying to get the best line I possibly can. If people don't have access to that book, I mean, I guess it is what it is, but yeah, I'm trying to get the best line out there. But yeah, so put it this way: if Kai Kara France is minus 136 and the rest of the market is minus 170, am I tipping Kai Kara France? No. Then I'll just play him personally. But if the market's roughly correct, right around there, then I'll tip it. That's just my take on the whole thing.
No, I agree with you 100%. And the same thing too with like openers. If openers for me, I would say if they're out for like if they come out on like a Monday and they're out for 6 hours, doesn't really fluctuate at all, and it's out for 3-4 different books, I don't have an issue with that tipping that either.
Yeah,
because it's out long enough for enough people to get on it if you're looking at one.
For sure.
But that's another thing, because a lot of people are out there tipping lines that open and are out for 30 seconds. Well, hard for people to get out on that line when it was 30 seconds.
Gabe Yo says, "Can I get a degenerate bet for this one?" I guess what is the line at right here pre-fight?
I would take 2.5.
We got Jimmy.
I would lean. I would that and Jimmy decision.
We got some pretty decent discrepancy. We got Jimmy all the way as low as minus 122. We got him all the way up to minus 150. I said for me, like, you're not getting really any value on it, but I think Jimmy by decision is the most likely outcome of the fight. Now that Pedro's got steamed down, I wouldn't bet Pedro either. I think you would need probably close to that plus 150 mark for me to bet Pedro personally. But honestly, man, I know you said degenerate bets, so got to throw something out. But honestly, I just don't think there's value on this fight really at all. But if you are to play it, you got about 2 minutes here. Jimmy by decision is what I would say.
Yep. I don't hate it. I was just looking at it on FanDuel. It's plus 105 still. So.
Yeah, John Yan Co just put out something on Twitter that they flashed on the screen. He said, "Can Munoz lure Rivera into a dogfight?" I mean, he did the first time, but at the end of the day, in my opinion, I think Rivera still held up in their first fight. And like I said, I actually think Jimmy hurt him more than Pedro did. So, but that's a dangerous game to play against Pedro historically.
Yeah, I was just looking on my my little book. I have Jimmy down to minus 130. It's going to be a tough pass, I think, to be honest, at that number. I think like minus 125, minus 120, minus 130. I think you got a lot of good value on Jimmy there.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
We'll see.
I honestly value the game of both guys. I just think Jimmy's the better fighter.
All right,
but optics are a real thing, man. It's something that I've factored into my handicapping so much more in the last year. Like, we can sit there and do all this research, we can run all these numbers, and it's like you can think exactly what you wanted the fight, but at the end of the day, you have to look like historically how the fighters are fighting and how their fights are being scored. Because you can, like I said, you can have your opinion all day in the world, but at the end of the day, you're not the one judging the fight. So if there's a fighter who has potentially better optics, even though you think the other fighter is the better fighter, might not necessarily matter. So I think that's what kind of makes this interesting.
Tough to bet on. From a money line perspective, I think that's what makes it tough to bet on, because I would say, not clearly, but I think Jimmy is the better fighter. But again, we're talking about laying minus 150 in a close fight. So.
Yeah, and I've seen like the under 2.5 violence angles. I think Z is on it.
On it, yeah, yep.
as well. But I guess my point of contention with that is does Rivera finish Munoz? Like, how often is Pedro Munoz getting finished? Like, even though he clipped him in the first fight, Pedro's been hurt before, but dude's probably got one of the most proven granite chins in the world. So I guess if you're more so on the angle of the fight going under, I would probably just say play Munoz KO. Because once again, even though he's got that nasty guillotine, Jimmy Rivera, 92% takedown defense. Anytime anything's really been threatened on him, he's defended fine. So I think if you're more so playing a violence angle in this fight, it should just be the Pedro KO. Don't get me wrong, though. It's going to be a high-action fight, but it's something that I've fallen into a trap to before, because when you have like two guys, kind of come in here, throw down, you're like, fuck, man, this is going under. Like, someone's getting knocked out, someone's getting finished. It's not always the case, man. You really have to look at, the durability of both guys. And the big example I give for it is Gabriel Benitez, Omar Morales, two guys consistently just throw down, over the course of the years. And in that fight, both guys threw down, but nobody went out. So that's kind of what I see here too, that people can get trapped into, this is going to be a high action fight type narrative. Both guys possess, solid striking, some power components. Therefore, it's going under. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. Jimmy really getting off. Both guys getting off on these kicks.
Yeah.
I do think from a DraftKings perspective, though, the value is more so on Pedro at 7.9. Said 8.3. I didn't really love Jimmy, so I did have more Pedro than Jimmy, but I didn't have a ton of exposure to the fight.
Man.
And I think it's interesting because we got Sterling and Jan fighting next week, and both guys have obviously fought Jan. And I think Jimmy was actually winning the large majority of the minutes in that fight, which is pretty interesting going towards next
which
week.
Also seems to be a pretty hot take across the community that honestly, it seems like you're pretty, one-sided. You either think that Jimmy, it was a close fight, and Jimmy was winning a lot of the minutes other than getting dropped, or you thought Jan dominated most of the fight.
Which, and anybody who says Jan dominated the most of the fight, I think you're fucking nuts, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah. I think Jimmy won like 12 minutes of that fight. Even fighting backwards, which is a really interesting component for Jan Sterling next week, because Aljo will fight going backwards, but he fights going backwards so well. Granted, Jimmy's probably the better, technical kickboxer if we're going to compare the two per se, but Aljo is just not an easy guy to fight. There's not a whole lot of guys out there, could mimic that style, who has the length of Aljo, the volume of Aljo. I guess that's also the really big difference between Rivera and Aljo, if you want to make that comparison, is that Aljo just pumps output for days, where Rivera is a little bit more composed in what he does. Definitely not low output, but
definitely more
fights a bit more technical. Pedro's starting to hurt his leg.
And my thing too with Aljo is like the striking is so different. He hits you at such different angles, and not to mention just the movement in general of him. He's probably one of the fastest guys and more movement guys that Jan's ever fought.
Yeah, like I said, it's just you can't really like prepare or mimic for a guy like Aljo. You just can't.
Yeah, that leg's getting chewed up.
Pedro banking those kicks, and that was an interesting part, even the Aljo fight, that actually I thought, gave some credence to, potential Jan Sterling, is that Pedro had a ton of success with the leg kicks against Aljo, even with the teep up the middle. that pressure volumes type style did give Aljo problems. I mean, Aljo did win that fight 30-27 and outstruck him like 174 to 105. Like, I concede that.
Yeah.
But there were some things that Pedro did in that fight that I think gives some credence to Jan in the upcoming fight. We're seeing Pedro really go after it right now. Those leg kicks, he's really banking them.
Yeah. Like, not going to lie, like, it would be a fun fight. Don't know if it would ever happen, but we're like Munoz and Jan would be a fun fight if Jan was ever not the champ. I think that's a fun fight.
Yeah, that'd be a fun scrap.
Because I don't think Munoz is getting to the strap, obviously.
No.
How do you score this?
Close first.
Personally, I don't know. Personally, I thought Jimmy was landing the bigger strikes, and he actually had Pedro wobbled for a second there.
Yeah.
But I get it. You could probably score for Pedro too with the leg kicks. So it's like, but
I know, and we were just talking about this five. Yeah,
the judges score the leg kicks. Oh man, his leg is swollen bad.
Yeah,
that calf is swollen up bad. Yeah.
We talked about it. Like I said, even 5 minutes before the fight, we're like, optics pressure, man. Optics pressure. And then how do you score leg kicks? You know, I don't know.
Because judges usually are decent scoring.
Yeah, that's what's interesting.
Wow, they have Pedro live at -500.
Whoa.
Yep, FanDuel -500. Jimmy +350.
Oh, his calf is like double the size right now.
Yeah. So I'm guessing they're banking on the calf. Oh, FanDuel just locked it. But oh man, it's getting purple too.
Once again, we were talking about this 5 minutes ago, pre-fight optics for Pedro. Oh shit. Oh, Jimmy. $50-50 position. Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy, you're not winning that. Okay, yeah.
That was smart by Jimmy to get out of that. That was close.
Yeah.
But optically,
he's not going to win that.
This doesn't look good. No. But optically, yeah, like this is close. This is a close fight.
And that's what's so interesting about betting all these fights. It's like, okay, sure, obviously Pedro landed a ton of leg kicks. I think that should be heavily taken into consideration, but it depends on what group of judges you have, because certain groups of judges just don't give a shit about leg kicks at all. Perfect example, Joanna and Wiley. Joanna beat the shit out of Wiley's leg, but you know, didn't factor at all. And then Joanna's head turned into a balloon. Then you go to the optics perspective, you know, Wiley wins the fight. So it's the difficult game we play. And I'm not in saying that, I'm not saying Pedro didn't win the first round. I think you can make an argument for both guys. It's just, oh shit, Jimmy's leg's bad. Yeah, now he's shooting takedowns. Yeah, Jimmy's fucked. Jimmy's fucked. Jimmy's not a guy who can fight out of both stances either. He has to fight orthodox.
Dustin chiming in. That was funny. You see that? Poirier chimed in. That leg is compromised.
Yeah. All right, well, it looks like Z's on another sharp read with Pedro.
Yeah. I don't know how much he played. The fight doesn't go the distance. I know.
Yeah, that might kind of cannibalize his shit, but
it might be the same thing with the Moises. Yeah, so he had a unit on doesn't go the distance, and he had, I think, 1.6 on Pedro. So he makes like a unit there, roughly. I get some lag on my stream.
Yeah, Jimmy's legs just destroyed.
Yeah.
And because Jimmy's such a guy, he's like, you're more compact, power puncher. He's a guy who just really sits down on everything he throws. Jimmy ain't got no lead leg. He's done. Pedro live has to be like 1,500 right now.
It's 460 on FanDuel.
Might be value, to be honest. Not saying, lay 460 live. I'm just, just talking shit, but that just the game of Jimmy, with no lead leg, he's not going to have that explosive nature. But I mean, hypothetically, Jimmy could have won the first.
Right. And then Pedro wins the second, Jimmy wins the third. Depends on how compromised the leg is in the third.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be a tall task for Jimmy to win this third round. Once again,
yeah, they got Pedro 620.
Yeah, I'm seeing minus 687. Yeah, at this point, I don't think you can take the big shot on Rivera. I don't think you can do it.
Not with the leg compromise like that. Yeah,
his game's just too limited. It'd be one thing if he had like some more offensive wrestling upside, but he doesn't have it.
He against Pedro, the defensive wrestling background.
Yeah, he just doesn't have. Yeah. Well, Z, if you're listening to this, clip it, because I know you're probably going to put it on your YouTube and your Twitter. And the club and sub guys, they love me. They love me. Yeah, good call on Pedro, bro. Good call on Pedro.
Yep. I don't think any of us played Jimmy, but
yeah,
good call nonetheless. All right, so what? So probably Pedro. They got FanDuel has 12-1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's
easy, but
Jimmy just doesn't have any upside in this third round, though. All right. KBO says, I wanted to see Z hit his Angela Hill KO prop. God bailed him out there for sure. You're goddamn right, Gabe. It did. It did. It just saved Z a unit on that dumpster fire of a bet. I'm just kidding, Z, but not really. I think you're going to lose that one.
All right. So what's the total strikes looking like? Let's look at that.
I think they're pretty close.
You're close.
Overall.
It's a 56-44.
Yeah, Jimmy's just going to go for broke here. He doesn't have it. Yeah, he just doesn't have it. Oh, God, he can barely even stand on it.
All right.
What would be ironically hilarious is if Jimmy Rivera pulls guard on Pedro Munoz because he can't stand. Jimmy Rivera via guard sub on Pedro Munoz. Biggest.
Honestly, if Jimmy just crowds Pedro, he could probably just limit the leg kick if he just bowls him in like that.
He should just honestly throw orthodox out the window, go southpaw, and just go full retard is what he should do, because he legitimately can't. He barely can stand. Like his calf is legitimately double the size.
Yeah. Well, here we go.
He should just go. He just needs to go southpaw and go full retard. That's his best chance here.
Oh. This would be wild if we get like a Jakar Close, Beneil Dariush round 3, like they're round 2. Here, they both wobble each other. Then we get like a knockout. Jimmy comes across the cage and just knocks Pedro into oblivion.
Z might get off of Twitter if that was the case.
No, but he would cash.
Oh yeah, I guess he would cash his violence bet. Yeah.
Yeah, he would actually still make money there.
Oh. All right, Vet. Well, I would say Vet move, Jimmy. Just take her out. Take her out. My nuts are too bad. Might be down 2 though.
Might be. I don't know. I'm still gonna hold. I think it's 1-1, and that's not me holding like a degen Rivera by decision ticket. I think first round. I think you could score it for Rivera. So there's hope. I think it's 1-1.
So I guess probably the ghost decision was just like stupid minus money though, right?
Yeah, the over 2.5 I think was
that.
like minus 300. I think something like that, like 240, 250. Because the under 2.5 was plus 240.
Yeah, the fight ghost decision was minus 250.
Yeah. See, but Pedro's face is swelling up a little bit, and it's a little red too. So, you know, who knows? We could get some optics to sway us here. But yeah, I don't know.
All right, Jimmy got kicked in the dick twice. Just take the out. Take the out. Diego Sanchez,
really
Michelle
again?
Pereira. Michelle Pereira, just take the out. Take the out. It could be 1-1. They might not just give it to Munoz. Just take the out, bro. Oh, he checked the kick right under the fucking fire.
Wow. Damn. All right, let's pray for one more nut shot, and let's get a point deduction. Let's get a point deduction here.
Hey man, we don't have to be so like bullish on Rivera here. I mean,
I know. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, my prediction completely wrong, obviously, but because I did say that Munoz could win the optics, but at the end of the day, he's actually outstriking Rivera, which is where I'm wrong.
Yeah,
and I'll own up to that. I will own up to that. Munoz round 3 significant strikes 22-6. Yeah. If anybody in the chat, if you guys had a live line on what it was after round 1, I'm curious to see what that was. I didn't catch it.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Oh, that hurt him body. I guess we should be Jimmy Homers though, because that's gonna kill our FanDuel parlays. Because I think didn't we both have Rivera decision?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yep. That's kind of like what I was hoping for, but that's whatever.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice shot, Jimmy. He busted
because for the Patreon, I give out like 2 like Hail Mary parlays every week. Like I do one with like props, and then I do one with just straights if like people can't parlay props. I don't think I had Rivera in my straight one. I could be wrong though.
Jimmy's coming on strong here at the end of the third round here. What if we get a draw? I saw somebody throw. I think they put like 0.2 units on draw plus.
Oh, plus 8,000. Yeah, if they scored the first round a draw, or no, if they gave the first round. No, I guess they would get. I don't know. That's not hitting.
It'd be tough. Because I think Well, you could because you could do 1 going into 3, and then round 3 was like I don't know. Jimmy came on close at the end of round 3, but I don't know. Pedro probably still won that.
All right, come on, Andrew. We can't all be right. We can't all be right. Gotta appreciate people taking their pre-fight stabs. All right, bio break for me. Let me know how disappointed I'll be when Munoz clearly wins the decision.
Or robbery. Yeah, you're right, Andrew. I see it. I have to right 100% of the time. Those are all casuals. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
So I hear some 30-27s, Pedro.
Yes, 230-27s. Yep. I was just looking in our chat, and Quinn thought it was a clear 29-28 for Jimmy.
I don't hate the 30-27. Like I said, that first round was close.
Yeah. Yep.
Once again, got to give it the shout out to our boy, Rockstar Z. Sharp read, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Not on your violence, but no. 122, Pedro. Obviously value. Guy wins a unanimous decision. 30-27 on 2 scorecards. Good stuff. Oh, you're going to love this comment, Legs. We have to be right 100% of the time.
I saw that when you
were
were
casuals.
No, I saw that. Yep. I mean, you're right. Yep.
It's a dangerous game we play, folks. It's
Yep.
a dangerous game we play.
We can't always be right.
Can't always be right. Even the best of us out there are not right 100% of the time. Even the best guys out there are probably wrong still 40% of the time. Just the game we play. So what do we got left now?
Yeah,
I'm just like so jambled
of the
with
time. There's 40% losers. Right, the good old Anchorman quote.
Yeah. Maybe that's what I need.
100% of the time, or something like that.
Yeah, maybe I need to diversify my my GIF game. I need to throw some Anchorman.
Oh, come on, Luke.
GIFs.
Come on, Luke. Don't say it. You call it GIF. It's a GIF.
I said
it's a GIF. GIF is peanut butter. Come on.
No, because I usually used to call it GIF, and then everybody said it. Or no, I used to call it GIF, and then everybody said it was GIF. So I started saying
it's definitely GIF. Oh no, it's definitely GIF.
God.
No, it's definitely GIF.
I'm only 26, guys. I promise.
Chat.
I'm not that old, but I'm just
back me up here. Back me up. It's GIF, not GIF. GIF's the peanut butter.
Oh, we got Montana next.
Yes. Yeah, we have Montana next, and then we have and then we have the co-main and the main.
All right, gentlemen, trying to go 4 for 4. We need Montana to not die, and we need Montana to wrestle here and get a decent amount of top time in the first 2 rounds and not die later. That's what we need. That's what we need. And we are on a hell of a roll if that comes to fruition.
Yep, if that comes to fruition, let's see.
Well, fun fact too, guys, if you haven't checked out the live lines, Montana actually flipped. Montana's a favorite now. Yeah.
Silva was minus 145 last time I looked. That's
well, I guess unless it flipped back, I guess I'm speaking more so to fight time. Yeah, Montana is minus 122, minus 125 on most books. Wow. She flipped.
I'm gonna be real pissed if she gets a 3rd round finish or something like that, like a 3rd round sub.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be horrible.
I don't know. Once again, guys, call me crazy. I'm gonna say everything I think pre-fight. No Johnny come lately here. If you listen to the Club and Sub podcast, we put everything out there. We're on live now, so we'll give it to you again. Yep. I don't think Montana is getting guard subbed. I'm pretty confident in saying that Montana does not get subbed. I'm not saying she doesn't lose. She could. More so a play on the numbers for me on the decision line, but I don't think she gets guard subbed. I really don't. So we'll see.
And I think the striking's pretty close, even though I think that what I think is more likely going to happen. I think Silva the overextendingness of her nature, the zombie walking forward nature, is going to cause the takedowns to occur if Montana decides to wrestle heavy. So,
yep,
1 unit Montana decision plus 195.
Wish I was able to get on that.
You had that. See, you had that in your Lambo though, didn't you?
Because it was weird because earlier in the week I had like some FanDuel tax shit or whatever going on, and so I was assuming that was going to get bet down, so I couldn't bet the 195 on FanDuel, so I took the plus 170 on Montana decision. That shit got figured out, and then I think when I put out my Lambo, then it was figured out. So, but either way, like I wasn't like giving necessarily lines for the Lambo. It was just more like the MOV. Like it was like this guy decision, this guy decision, and then so whatever book you have.
Yeah, you're good.
Either way, it's still a crazy, crazy number, but unfortunately botched because Jimmy, God damn it, Jimmy. I need to look that up right now and see if I put him in my straight, because if I did, I'm going to be pissed. Let us know in the chat, guys, who you got on this one. Is Montana rightfully to be flipped here? Do you think Montana should be favored, or do you think the late line movement is not justified and Buena Silva stuffs takedowns and beats her up on the feet? Let us know, guys. Oh fuck! I did have Rivera in my money line.
Damn.
God damn it!
Damn.
All right, Hail Mary parlays not great this week.
Yeah. So you know what is crazy? Nobody's talking about, because we got, it's not really a great fight. I think is a Canelo fight. That's on tonight, I think, too.
Is it? I'm just like not in tune with boxing at all.
I was like, I don't think to be honest, it's gonna be a good match. But I was looking at the odds and stuff like that. They have his KO line at 12-1. So
don't get me wrong. I know who Canelo is,
like minus 1200. They have a KO line at minus 1200. I think they have his money line at like 15-1.
Gotcha. Oh shit! Looks like we got our boy James, Lucrative MMA, jumping in here. We're gonna bring him in. Jumping in a little early. I thought he was only going to join us for the main co-main, but he's going to give us a little extra treat on our fine WMMA fight we have upcoming next. So let's bring him in. James, Lucrative MMA, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, boys? You can hear me all good with these headphones in?
Yep, we got you, dude.
How's it going, boys?
Pretty solid night for the club and sub boys tonight. I think we're all rolling.
Makes a couple of us, hey. I'm not doing too well.
Nice.
No?
Oh, you're
half of a unit down. Not really. I'm half of a unit down, but it's all right. We still got some bets to go.
Nice. What else you got left?
I heard you saying that De La Rosa's not getting guard subbed, but unfortunately she is getting guard subbed. I'm on silver submission in round 1, just something small. It's like plus 900, I believe I got. So, it's one of her win conditions. She's won a lot of fights like that. De La Rosa's probably going to grapple. If she does, it's always live, So, yeah, it's a little play. Then I've got this dude. I don't know if you're the same time I am, but Gan's just walking in right now. Yep, I got Gan by submission. And that's about it. If them two cash, I'm laughing. Oh, and I'm actually on Ank. Well, I was going to play Krylov, but I switched. So I'm actually on Ank Alive now. So.
For a prop or just straight?
I had him in a parlay with Angela Hill, but Angela Hill got cancelled, which was sad. I actually had Angela Hill decision as well. So for a couple of units. So that's quite a big swing on my slate. So that's a bit annoying, but it's all good. Hopefully we can still come out in the green.
Yeah, you can blame that on me, bro. I played Angela Hill by decision 5 minutes before the official announcement came.
I don't know how you do it, bro. How do you do it?
It's a gift, yeah. Like I don't know how else to describe it. It's a gift.
An unwelcome gift. Damn.
Yeah.
Can you hear my TV?
Yeah, we're getting a little feedback in the background. Yeah.
I'll turn that down too.
So you guys are on De La Rosa, both of you?
Yeah, I'm on De La Rosa by decision, 1 unit at plus 195.
Okay.
I'm on the decision as well. Not as good of a line, but yeah, I'm on the decision.
Plus 170 is still good.
Yeah, she's the favorite now, isn't she?
Yeah, she flipped.
Did you back Hernandez or Moises?
Nope.
Good bet. Good bet. No bet. I played Hernandez. He ruined my night. I'm fed up with Hernandez, man. I'm putting him on a back burner. I won't be playing him for a long time.
Yeah, I thought it was a spot that he could potentially show out, but
yeah,
not the case. So
no, Moises seemed to up his output a little bit more, and yeah, I don't know. It was a bad bet.
Yeah, I started off it. I said I wanted minus 150 Hernandez if I was going to jump in. It wasn't a fight that I was like super bullish on, but like I said, I mean, full transparency, like pre-fight, I thought it was a decent spot for Hernandez. I personally thought he was going to mix in his wrestling a little bit, not saying that he like, quote unquote, dove on legs for 15 minutes, but I did think he was going to at least attempt a couple takedowns. And didn't. So yeah, that's kind of where my read poo-pooed.
Yeah, same. I'm with you. He obviously respected the jiu-jitsu a lot more than I thought he would. I mean, yeah, I knew he would respect it. I thought he could mix it in though, especially when it's the tide started to turn middle of the second round. Maybe I thought then he would switch up the game plan, but he just stayed striking, till the final bell. So that was a little bit strange, but yeah.
Somebody in our chat was saying that Hernandez's movement seemed off tonight. Like it seems like fight to fight, it seems like it's only getting worse. It's getting slower. I don't know what you guys think about that.
Yeah. I think since he moved to Colorado, he seemed to change his movement in this fight and the Chris fight. I think before that, like he seems a little bit more, like he moves less now, a little bit more patient, which I thought may be a good thing, because I feel like he may have expended a lot of energy jumping in and out, and sometimes he seems like he doesn't need to do it. Like he was all over the place against Trinaldo. So I thought that could actually benefit him, but yeah, I don't know. Hernandez is, I think, he's not that good, to be honest, I think. Right? I mean, Moises is a good fighter, right? I just think Hernandez is not that good. Maybe I was caught up a little bit in the hype with how he talks and stuff, but he hasn't had a great UFC run. What is he, like 50-50 fighter right now? And I mean, yeah.
The one thing I gave credit, like I guess to both guys, I think both guys though just haven't had easy UFC runs. Like both guys kind of gotten thrown into the fire a little bit, and then obviously Hernandez knocked Dariush out in his debut, so he kind of got rocketed up. I don't know. I guess I've always given Moises a little bit more credit. Like I said, I'm not Johnny Come lately. I didn't pick Moises. I didn't bet Moises. So my read on the fight was off, but yeah, I think both guys, get a bit of a bad rap in general. But yeah, I thought even after the Gritzmacher fight for Hernandez, like obviously it's, Chris Gritzmacher, take that for what you will. But I thought there were certain things in that fight that I saw that it seemed like he was a little bit more processed in his game. And I thought he, might have made some steps up in that sense. I still, even after that fight, have defensive problems with Hernandez, but yeah, man, I guess I'm kind of with you. I'm probably, not going to be looking to bet Hernandez, anytime soon. I really just don't know what the issue is, but
see, what's interesting now too is like, who do you match him up with? Do you give him another gimme, or do you try to do a sink or swim type of fight?
Well, the UFC likes him.
Right.
So I bet they give him another gimme, to be honest. But
yeah, he's a good all-round fighter, but he doesn't excel too many places, so it's hard for him to put a stamp on fights if he's fighting people that are high level in certain places. Like Moises is obviously great on the ground. I mean, it was a striking fight and he still lost, but Cerrone, Drew Dober, they excel in the striking, so it's hard for Hernandez to do anything, I guess.
I was just thinking about it actually. If he moved up a division, Jamal Emmers versus Hernandez, that wouldn't be a bad scrap next.
Yeah.
Like catchweight.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's like somewhat of a level opponent. Like it's where it's not a gimme, but like it's going to test them enough, and it's basically like a sink or swim type of. But it's not,
Yeah.
huge strength schedule. I don't know.
It was evenly match fight, to be honest. I mean, with Moises, I know people say Moises completely dominated, but I think that's just because people don't like Hernandez. I think it was a real close fight. I mean, Moises clearly won in a close fight, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you guys at right now? I'm at 430.
424.
445.
Oh, shit, we're all over the place.
Dude, ESPN, I don't know what's going on with me.
I'm on Fight Pass. I'm lucky I can watch Fight Pass in New Zealand. Guillotine. Oh, sorry. I'll keep it quiet.
That's okay. That's okay. It's all right. That's all right.
It's not actually a guillotine. I'm just hoping.
Montana's just got to watch Dick ducking down like that. She keeps getting kicked.
Nah, she should just keep doing it.
As long as she passes when she sweeps the legs and goes to the side, she's fine. And okay, yeah.
She's grabbing the fence. A little bit there. I'll try to stay quiet too, I guess, because I'm so far behind you guys.
She had an opportunity at that scissor trip. I'm kind of curious to why she didn't try to take that. Maybe so she didn't end up on bottom. She's standing. Yeah, she ain't getting that shit.
Very aggressive. Oh, you can't be grabbing the cage.
That should be a point. That has to be a point. If you're gonna break them up, that has to be a point. Watch, he's not gonna. He's not
about to watch it.
$10. He does not put him. Oh, he took it.
Oh yeah, that should be
the point.
Thank
you.
Okay, I just watched it, and I'm not being biased. I know I have a De La Rosa ticket, but that was going to be a takedown if she didn't grab the fence.
100%.
My thing is if you're not going to take a point, you have to 100% put the fighters back in the same position.
Yeah.
And I've seen over the years, I'm just watching tape, you see all the incorrect reffing where things like that happen.
It happened last week. Who grabbed it? Oh, Hawes grabbed the fence, didn't he? Was it Hawes? About 8 times?
Yeah, the biggest one that I remember of to date was Sakai Ivanov. Everybody was fuming the third round. In the third round, when he grabbed it, people were fuming because Sakai ended up winning that third round, which ended up winning him the decision. Otherwise, he probably would have ended up on bottom with Bulgaria on top of him.
Yeah, you're right.
That was the biggest one to date that I remember.
Yeah, I remember.
I was on Sakai there, and I was pretty fortunate.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was bad.
So, I mean, as of right now, with the point deduction, this is a 10-8 Montana
10-8.
round.
Yeah. Is there any way we somehow can draw
some clinch strikes?
Like the first round?
Well, if Montana completely dumps, it goes away.
No, I'm saying no draw. I'm saying draw on this round. Like you think Silva did nothing to make it her round or no?
I mean, she's landed some nice clinch strikes.
You never know. I mean, she landed a couple of knees. I wouldn't think so, but yeah, you don't.
I think if Montana gets on top of her to solidify this round, I think that'll be enough. But I think she really needs to get her down.
This is a little hack, boys. I've cashed this couple times over the years. If there's ever a point taken off, if there's ever a 10-8 round, instantly bet the draw. It's always at like plus 2,000 by then anyway. And you never know what can happen, right? And it's almost the only way you can get a draw is if there's a point taken or it's a 10-8 round. So it's always in play whenever that happens. So it's instant live bet on the draw for me. Like I'll put some on the draw right now.
I know FanDuel. FanDuel doesn't offer that live. I think they only offer money lines.
Yeah.
I wish there's a lot of cool books that offer, like, for instance, you could bet De La Rosa by decision in between rounds.
Yeah. That's Bet365 has that. I'll tell you what the draw is now, because I mean, look, it's possible that's 9-9, right? Yeah, it's possible.
It could be, I would agree with you.
And probably not, but it could be. And then so if each fighter wins one round, and that's a draw, you know, like, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. And they're giving you like plus 2,000. The draw's actually plus 500 on the lifeline right now. So they're wise to it. But a lot of times that will happen and it'll be plus 2,000 or something. So, you know, I always play it.
Yeah, not a bad look. Montana's minus 250 on the live line.
Yeah, I got minus 188.
Yep, Montana decision and guaranteed profit for the night. So that'd be nice.
Looking good.
Yeah.
What I will say though is she's not really getting takedowns.
Yeah, not as much as I would like
that I thought she might. With how easy that body lock takedown came from Barella, thought Montana might be able to put her on her back more. So definitely sweating here, boys.
I mean, we could be up 10-8
already. Yeah, we could be up to 10-8 already. So
yeah, but if you bet a decision prop and it goes to draw, you still lose though, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but I mean, it's it's always good to be up a point.
Yeah, I'm more so glad I'm up a point than maybe the draw is in consideration.
Yeah.
Hopefully De La Rosa just gets a solid round here, and then we're potentially up 3 rounds.
Oh wow. That was
trip. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. Not great.
It was there. Weight distribution not on point. Butterflies.
She didn't look that strong, man.
Yeah, I don't know how she.
Yeah. Montana got them long legs though. I was almost positive she was going to hit that body lock trip there.
Yeah. See, the thing is, we need Montana to survive and at least get up a little bit here. So this isn't a 10-8, and then we're looking at the draw going into round 3.
I think she's fine. She's a tough girl. Yeah. I think she'll last. But I did not like the weight distribution on that last takedown though.
I don't like that she's not trying to get up here.
Oh, wow. Montana's tired.
That's those clinch knees that are getting to her.
Yeah.
Her shots are looking very poor now. Yeah, God.
She's just so tall. I think that always just makes it more difficult for wrestlers too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got some solid knees in the clincher, though.
She's got her hands clasped. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Good timing on the round as well, you know. It's a minute left, a minute and a half left.
Yeah, because she's losing the first 3 minutes, so she's really got to. She's got to keep her. Oh,
if she does, she'll win the round for sure. They always
see if she can pass. She's got to pass. Oh, she's 3/4 mount. Oh, 3/4. Oh, to the mount. Problem with Montana is she just loses position too. She can't get too over aggressive here. Just keep your position.
At least make it close enough to make maybe they score it for you. Just don't do anything stupid.
As I said, she can't get too over aggressive.
See, that's the thing too. How do you score this round where Silva was looking fine on the feet for the first couple of minutes, but then Montana gets in dominant positions on the ground for 2 minutes?
They will score it for De La Rosa, but I don't know if I agree. But they will, though.
I think so, just because she's in more dominant positions. Like I don't think Silva was starting her on the feet. Yeah,
she's landing strikes.
I like that she's not committing to this head and arm choke because I think she'd lose it if she did.
Oh,
now she is. She's got it.
And you were almost right too.
There you go. All right. Thank you for bailing on that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm looking at this. I'm like, am I about to sweat my decision bet? Because she's about to get this.
Yeah, she definitely won that round.
All right, guys in the chat, how do you guys score that second round?
I'll be honest. I think I still give it to Silva, but I think you definitely have. I think it's close to give it to De La Rosa. Like the only reason why I would give it to her, like I'm not trying to be like biased here, but I think because she got her down and was able to get in dominant positions and now threaten the sub, I think the sub at the end there might have just went there. So maybe I'm wrong. I was thinking before the submission attempted, I think you could have scored it for Silva, but we shall see. She could be up 3 rounds. 3 rounds, nothing. So as long as she doesn't get finished here.
Yeah, I will say, winner.
They have De La Rosa. They have De La Rosa live on FanDuel -225.
Yeah, I think Silva's fighting for a draw.
What I will say is I do not give a shit if I drop this decision bet on De La Rosa.
Yeah.
I think it was value.
Well, I think personally, too, because in the first round, if she was able to get that takedown where the point was taken away, we could have, seen a dominant enough performance to have that round anyways.
Yeah, but you may have actually, won the round twice in a sense.
Right, which was huge, which would be huge.
Yeah.
But Silva comes on late, though, so.
Yep. As long as De La Rosa
doesn't die. If she beats De La Rosa to a pulp here.
Them knees are dangerous, man. You want to get out the clinch.
Yep. She can't hang here. That plum's nasty.
Yeah, she's got good.
Well, she's grabbing her hair. She was grabbing her hair there.
Oh,
at least I was watching.
Kicks to the body. Oh, she needs to get out of this clinch. God damn.
She's not pummeling well. She's got the hands clasped again. No, lost it. Ride the pipe. Ride the pipe. Gabe says 2-0 Montana. I'm super biased.
Oh, that's free. Yeah. Oh, then, right?
Yeah, I guess he would be 3-0 with the point. I don't know. I think round 2 is going to be tough to score.
Yeah.
Montana needs a takedown. Montana's busted.
Okay, so everybody, I'm listening to the commenters, Anik and all them. They all think it's 9-9 from the first round. So they thought it was 1-1 the first round, not 10-8.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Oh, big takedown. Oh, no. She got back up.
Thing is Silver's landed the clear strikes, you know, like
yeah.
when she does land, they seem to land clearly, but it's not often. I mean, it's a clear Silver round in my opinion, even though De La Rosa, you know, pushing her against the fence, she hasn't done anything.
Yeah. So now we might have a draw. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, she needs a takedown.
Yeah. So that's what's tough too, because with optics, they could score that first round in 9-9, and then Silva ends up winning this.
They didn't accept my draw bet twice after round 1 and round 2, so I hope it doesn't go draw. I had plus 500, plus 400 after round 2. She's relentless, though. I mean, she's going for it.
Which is solid, and she's getting at least some solid cage control here.
That's the thing. It's like with the unified scoring system, it's just so funky because it just depends on what group of judges you get. Do you score damage or do you score control?
The most hilarious one was they scored the fight for Yana and Horse last week, the same set of judges. I didn't understand that.
Yeah, I guess the dichotomy between those two is interesting.
Yeah. But if you're scoring damage and not control, you have to score
Then you got to score
for Imavov, right?
Oh,
because you almost Imavov, like either Imavov and Yana win or Ketlin and Hawes win, in my opinion. I don't think there can be a difference between the two with the same set of judges.
Personally, I thought Ketlin did enough to win, but
that's
what it is.
It's just a consistency that's annoying.
So I guess this comes down to what if you score it
round 1. If you score it, well, see, it comes down to two things: is how do you score round 1? Is it a 10-8 or is it 9-9? And then round 2, is it De La Rosa's round or is it Silva's round?
Yeah. Hard fight to score, man. I mean, every round, even with this takedown right here, you know, it just adds a little weird element to it. I don't think you can moan, like with any outcome.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad losing this one.
Yeah, same. I think at the number we had, Luke, I think it was value enough.
Well, even just, I mean, bet aside, I mean, just in general from scoring, if they gave this to Bueno Silva, I'd be cool with it.
No, I'm fine with it too.
Oh, wow. Okay, all right. That's bad. I believe it's a draw. And that was going to be annoying.
So you think what, round 1, 10-8, and then next 2 rounds, Silva? Or do you think?
No, maybe round 1, 9-9, round 2, Montana, round 3, Silva.
Right, that's a draw then.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'd have to watch it again, man. It's hard, you know.
Oh, man.
My prediction, I'm going to go majority draw. I think someone scores the fight for one fighter, but I think I think we get 2 judges that say it's a draw.
You can't give Rosa the last round. I mean,
I'm gonna say Montana wins. I'm gonna throw it out there. I think Montana wins. I think
highly possible.
Yeah, I mean,
with the point deduction, right? You know, highly possible.
Yeah.
All she needed to do was get one of the 2 rounds, the final 2 rounds. If she won the first 10-8, and she could have definitely. I believe all judges likely would have scored that second round for De La Rosa.
All right, lucrative, you're ahead of us. So let's keep it down so me and Legs can react to this shit live.
I will do.
I'm down. I'm behind you, Luke. So you're gonna react to me. I'm just not gonna look. I'm gonna mute, and then
let me mute myself.
I'm gonna mute. I'll mute. I'll look at the TV, and then hopefully cash.
But here is the fence.
Legs, you got it?
Ooh. Yeah, well, good call, Luke. On the
Majority draw. That's what I thought it would be.
And then we lose our bets.
I told you about that, didn't I? Like as soon as the point was taken, I told you about that instant draw bet. It's a real easy bet, bro. Like, so I've cashed on it many times.
Good call.
I cashed a couple of I cashed a lot of money on a few different books when Yadon Song fought Cody Stamen.
Yeah.
I can't remember why there was a point deduction. I think it was a low blow. Since then, I've cashed on it like 3 or 4 times. It's real easy. But I guess you don't have the option, so it doesn't matter to you. It was a decent bet from you guys.
What sucks is that we lose because of that. Because it was like a draw. It's like Silva didn't win the fight.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the game we play when we play props. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you had the money line, you'd just get your money back.
You just push. Yep.
You're paying for that extra bit of risk, I guess.
But how often do you see draws? It is what it is.
Interesting. You see what Luke? You see what C said in the chat?
What do you say?
Look at it just real quick.
I'm swapping my Gon shares.
Yeah.
On the over 1.5. All right.
I don't know why, but
what is that at?
I took
200.
What?
Minus 200. Over 1.5.
No, he took the over 1.5. He took that at minus 130. He took the early number at minus 130.
Oh, okay.
So I think he's hedging.
Okay, I got you.
I have the 2.5, so we shall see. Might have comes down to that, and Ankalaev round 1.
Hoping for Ankalaev kill.
Yep. All right, I'll be right back.
You have Ankalaev KO?
Lags does round 1, I think, at plus 260.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think Nikita might give him a little bit personally.
Yeah, it's real strange because I was going to bet Krylov. And then I looked into it a little bit more, and I couldn't do it. I don't like this striking of Krylov. I just feel like Ankalaev's, like just stylistically, he's really liked to counter him hard. And I know Krylov hasn't been finished by strikes much. I think just once. I think in one of maybe his UFC debuts, his early fight. But it doesn't really matter, you know. He's fighting Ankalaev, who's a bit of a beast, 205 pounds. I don't think it's unlikely that Ankalaev catches him. I just think he's a lot smarter, a lot quicker, and a lot more accurate on the feet. And Krylov will try to pressure Ank, right? If he plays the range game, he's going to start getting picked apart. I believe then he might start rushing in, bring that tornado as he does. And I think he's just really live to get knocked out, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I guess my angle, well, once again, I'm also picking Ankalaev via KO too, but I don't know. I feel like I still have some cardio questions on Ankalaev. Like, I feel like if Krylov just does go to like a cage push type scenario and just kind of work, because like Krylov's a really big dude too. Like Ankalaev like isn't small by any means either, but like Krylov's a pretty big 205. Like I feel like once again you touched on it, like Krylov doesn't exactly close distance effectively, so he's definitely down to get nuked. But like I feel like if he does get into range and potentially land takedowns on top, like I mean, haven't seen a ton of Ankalaev on bottom over the years. So and Krylov's a pretty good submission grappler on top. Yeah. If Ankalaev conversely gets on top of him, I think Ankalaev's got some pretty nasty ground and pound too. But I don't know, man. Like Krylov's, I guess, just an interesting character. Like I'm as high on Ankalaev as most people are, but I guess let me put it this way. I guess I wouldn't be content to chuck Ankalaev in my parlays personally. Yeah. Just because I think it's a step up personally. Like he was like minus 200 against
of course, yeah.
He was like minus 200 against Kudalaba in their first matchup. And obviously that was like kind of, funky. And then he's like, minus 300, whatever. And it's like now he's like minus 370 against Krylov, against like a guy I think can pose some different stylistic considerations that he's really never seen before at a high level. Like, even if you go back, like, people can talk shit about Krylov all they want, but, like, dude went to a split decision with Glover Teixeira and, like, took Glover Teixeira's back. Like, I mean...
A lot of that fight was grappling, and he held his own all fight, So, I mean, Krylov, I respect Krylov a lot. It just really came down to the stylistics on the feet, man. But I can't really hate anyone having a shot at Krylov. I wouldn't be playing... I didn't know Ank was minus 370 now. I got in at minus 300. I was happy with minus 300. I can't hate anyone taking a shot on Krylov. I was going to, and then I just because I really like Ankalaev, so I watched a little bit more tape. And after that, I just actually was like, you know what? I think I might have to bet Ankalaev here. Yeah. And I did. So, but now it's just in a straight because I had it with Angela Hill, who I was super confident on. And I heard you talking about Hill on Z's podcast. You said you had a real strong opinion on that fight. I think we was on the same. Was your opinion Hill by decision?
Yeah. That's what I was going to play. Like, cause originally it opened minus 140. Now I would have totally jumped on that, but just cause I'm on Patreon now, I'm like, I'm not going to, tip opens necessarily, and then it got up to minus 175 today. And honestly, that's still where I bet it, just because it's one of those weird scenarios where we're honestly always looking for, quote unquote value. And to be honest, I don't think there's a quote unquote ton of value on that line, but I was just so confident that was the outcome of the fight because the win condition of Ashley Yoder was so limited. Like Angela Hill on the money line was minus 360 or whatever. Yeah. And I know Z played her inside the distance, and we had a little fun back and forth on his pod about why not just play by the KO and, discrepancy between, money line and prop or whatever. But it's the only girls that she had finished was via cut stoppage. I think it was against Carnelosi and then against Cyphers on the ground, who gets finished on the ground all the time. And it's sure, Ashley Yoder, gets a beaten down put on her on multiple occasions. It's she's just a super tough girl. So my thing was even though Angela Hill's going to come forward, probably light her up. One thing that Yoder was consistent in terms of doing is when girls come forward, she's pretty consistent, at least grab a clinch from there against the cage and then like limit that. Like she will get lit up at range, but like I said, she grabs that clinch and then there is some like, cage exchanges and whatnot. So it's like, I don't know, like I said, man, like I moved in on it like 5 minutes before the announcement came. And so I just got like the death touch on gambling Twitter, but so that's not to say like I would have had like a ton of, value on the line, but it's one of those spots where it's just pretty so clear to me and the edge I mean, wouldn't take it.
If you're saying like there's not a ton of value on the line, but you're saying that you're almost saying, look, that was definitely going to happen. There probably is a ton of value on the line, even at -175, right? Like it's hard for us to say, oh, there's so much value on the -175 line because it's not a great price. It's -175, but I thought there was quite a lot of value on that line, to be honest with me, man. I mean, you don't see a lot of. I agree on the Yoda side. The win condition wasn't, it wasn't much. And then on the Angela Hill, highly unlikely she's going to get standing TKO on the feet, man. I mean, it doesn't really happen in the women's division. I think she would hurt Yoda, but is she really going to rally for a finish after hurting Yoda? It doesn't really happen in women's MMA, man. There's a lot of submission stoppages. You see women get hurt in women's MMA. You don't really see women get hurt and then the pressure gets poured on and then they get finished, unless they're fighting maybe a Joanna or like a Amanda Nunes or something. Like we saw
like a Macy Barber, Jillian Robertson scenario.
Yeah. And Macy, she's in a, I know you can say what you want about Macy, but she hits hard and she will pour the pressure on after that. And she has got the physicality to stop women, And even then, when she stops Jillian, like she's not like really hurting her and like dropping her. It's more of a pressure thing against the fence, and Jillian just couldn't defend herself. So yeah, it's just the power with the women. They don't have the power to get the stoppages, right? The refs let it go longer because the shots are not doing as much damage. Even when Viviane Araújo, she fought Roxanne Modafferi, and a lot of people jumped on the inside the distance line after round 1, right? And she just couldn't finish. It happens in women's MMA a lot. You get pieced up, but you just don't get finished. So I think Z dodged a bullet on that one. He got a unit back, but we'll never know. So
yeah,
I can't
agree.
Yeah.
I still only played it small. I only threw like a unit on it, but
final predictions for Ankalaev Krylov. What do we got? Who's the winner? What method of victory?
I'll go with you, man. Ankalaev round 1 KO.
All right.
For the pod, I'm going to go contrarian. I'm going to say Nikita Krylov decision.
All right.
Even though I do,
I honestly like.
I think Ankalaev probably knocks him out in the first, but yeah.
Honestly, like even if I do end up losing my bet, I want to see like if Ankalaev just goes out here and beats him 15 minutes to decision, stuffs some takedowns, whatnot, reverses even sometimes, that would be impressive. So
yeah. I could see Krylov finishing Ank if it does get extended. You said Krylov decision. I wouldn't be surprised if Krylov could get like a third round stoppage or something if he's still there and if he's having success. I know Z's got the doesn't go the distance -200. I think that's a decent bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like the stats like crazy for the amount of times that Krylov fights.
Yeah, Krylov. I think other than those last 2 fights, there's the only 2 fights out of 34. So.
Yeah, I believe so. And Ank's only been to decision.
I think it's 5.
Once in the UFC.
Yeah. And then overall, I think he's 14-1 and then 9 KO wins. So.
And I think
so then that would be 5 fights then, only 5 decisions.
And I think 3 of them were like in his first 5 fights or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was against decent fighters. He fought like a 9-1 fighter in his first fight, so
I think an interesting thing about Ankalaev too is that he can fight out of both stances, and when he's fighting an orthodox fighter, he'll fight them southpaw, and then conversely the other way, which I think is super, super interesting. But I'm just curious to see what the grinding of Krylov can do.
Yeah, especially early and late, I guess. Grab the cage. Wow, it's so blatant.
Did it twice. Come on, Mark Smith. You were just on Rogan. Come on, buddy.
Well, this is what we wanted to see.
Yep.
And that's not to say he can't hold up here. I'm just seeing if this is what the fight largely is, what does his gas tank look like?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just what he did to Walker all fight.
Mm.
So like Ankalaev, like combat sambo, master sport, Greco-Dagestani champion, but
yeah,
man, Krylov's an animal, dude.
Yeah.
That's the one thing, at least in terms of this matchup, like you know what you're going to get out of Krylov. He's going to close distance. He's going to look to grapple. Like I think that was pretty clear. I'm not saying he's going to be able to do this extended necessarily, but you know what you were going to get out of Krylov.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's when the fight's at space is when it's interesting.
All of them Russians dudes are combat of master of sport in combat sambo. You know, you don't know how much credence to put into it.
Yeah,
and
it's like master of sport, combat sambo, master sport, like hand-to-hand combat.
They've all got it right. Everyone in the UFC who's from Russia.
It's like whatchamacallit, Brazilians with their black belts, like Thiago Santos.
Yeah,
yeah.
They all have it. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see all these dudes coming off the Brazilian regional scenes, like black belts. Like, yeah, well, there's also levels to the black belt. Like, there's a lot of people who should not have black belts, in my opinion. But
yeah,
well, this is not the game that Krylov should play here. Hanging out at
No.
range with Ankalaev is not what you should do.
He's having success, but it'll be forced success. Wow, he's having success though, but yeah, it's not.
I just don't know how extended it will be personally. Yeah. Just that, like you touched on, lucrative dude. Like the timing of Ankalaev is the hand speed. It's just
he'll get a read on him at some point.
Exactly. Yeah, he just picks up on stuff. So it might look decent for Krylov right now, but it's like if this is what he's going to do.
Yeah, I agree.
Just think it's one of these exchanges, man. He's going to overextend Bob when he should have weaved, and Ankalaev is just going to smoke him with that left hand.
Yeah.
Krylov's tough, though. Eating some big shots for some dudes before. And I'm really curious to see if Ankalaev gets on top of him.
The round's just ended. How long are you guys got?
I got 2 seconds left.
Yeah.
So is that a Krylov round?
I would say so.
I think so. I think with the wrestling success, I think the striking was pretty competitive. I would say that's a Krylov round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over 1.5, looking good.
Scrap capper, 2 units, Ankalaev live -200. I don't know about that, man.
Oh, damn. When did he play that?
I don't know about that, dude. Yeah, Ankalaev is like -290 right now. That's interesting.
Strange. Yeah, I mean, strange, I guess.
Magic last week. That's hilarious. That's a close round. Krylov doing a great job with the right hand on the pipe, but man, the fucking angry Dagestani gorilla is getting closer and closer.
I mean, I guess that's the angle that he's probably going to find the shot at some point, but
which it's getting close. But Krylov's taking some shots so far.
Yeah. He's
oh,
putting that
Jesus.
pressure. Oh wow! They started swinging.
I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, James? Like a guy who you think that won the first round, but potentially slows later. Are you willing to sit there and still lay the chalk on a guy live, even though he dropped the first round?
Like in this circumstance, I wouldn't play Ankalaev at -200. I don't think so. No, I wouldn't play that. I don't think Krylov's a huge gasser. It's not like if he was, I may play it. I have pulled the trigger after someone's lost the first round. I remember I played Pettis at, I think, -110 after he lost the first round to Alex Morona.
Mm-hmm.
But that's -110. So that little check hook from Ankalaev is landing a little bit. Check right hook.
Likes that combo.
Yeah.
That check hook with the foul straight left.
Yeah. Krylov can't. His shots are not doing much anymore. Oh, that check hook landed there. He took it well though.
Isn't it crazy that Nikita Krylov is only 28 years old?
Yeah.
Like you'd think the guy'd be like 35.
Yeah, like 38. Fuck, that's so young. Still developing. Should be.
He's kind of like a Gastelum, like a guy that's just like been around forever that you would assume is just like older, but
yeah, he just got into the UFC real early, I guess.
Yeah. He came off a tough, didn't he? The Ultimate Fighter? Gastelum?
Gastelum did, yeah.
Yeah. Beating Neil Magny.
That's a clear.
There's the over 1.5. You know, I was giving more credence to the Ankalaev KO than the Then it got on this.
Yeah, I guess Krylov didn't allow that with the grappling.
Yep.
Oh wow. Ankalaev on top. All right. This is where I'm interested. Super interested.
It's always dangerous, eh? No matter really who it is, like 205 pounds, if someone gets on top of you, it's always a bit sweaty, no matter who you are.
Well, like if you go back and watch like Ankalaev's pre-UFC fights, like over in Russia, dudes had like some of the nastiest like half guard KOs I've ever seen. Like legitimately. Yeah. Dude has just absolutely smoked dudes out of half guard.
Yeah.
I mean, they're bad KOs. Like, dude's got some really nasty ground and pound.
I mean, you saw last time with Lava when he had him in half guard, he just absolutely pounded him into oblivion.
Krylov's doing very well.
More defensively responsible, right? Yeah, he's trying to.
It's just making it awkward, right?
Yeah, Ankalaev's not passing easily, but yeah, Ankalaev from half guard's an absolute animal.
Yeah, if you've got good ground and pound from that half guard position, you're laughing in MMA because that is it's hard place to escape from. Oh
shit, Krylov. He's trying. You just can't get it.
They have Ank minus 670 live.
It's silly, man. It's silly. It's 1-1.
It's 1-1.
Yeah. They factor momentum like very heavily in the live lines, right? Like they favor who won the last round, and it doesn't always work out like that.
Or sometimes they were
Fighters
favoring
get
optics. Like we were watching the Jimmy Pedro fight, and Pedro was like almost a 3-1 favorite after the first round just because of the leg damage.
Yeah.
So I thought the first round was pretty close.
Yeah, I did think that leg was pretty bad though, but I might have been swayed by the commentary. Felder's like he's dead, he's done,
Yeah.
He can't go 15 minutes. I've felt this pain before, and I'm like, oh shit, maybe Felder's right.
Yeah.
And then it goes to decision. It's been a good fight.
Yeah, and it's weird too because most people would think this fight ends inside the distance too, and you're seeing,
Yeah, it is weird. It is weird. So he gets to step up Ankalaev, though, and he doesn't look like, as dominant as before. Oh, that was that check hook.
You're a little high name at fourth.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I just shoved him off there. KO's live for Ank, I think.
Oh, nice shot there.
Yeah. Oh.
So yeah, the over closed right around 60%.
Yep. Crazy.
Guess the books are sharp on it.
Yeah. I still think, not that this wasn't a learning experience for me for Ankalaev, but I think one consideration I still like one pause I still have for him is the output. Because we didn't really see like a high output pace here.
No.
Yeah, it's still not something he really works. He works more like a methodical approach. He's never really been a high output guy. It's just his time. It's just his timing, power.
He's a little bit like Jacoby in that way. He's not super high output.
Like I said, I was finally losing my little half unit bet on the first round knockout if I was able to see a dominant performance like this in the third round, grappling exchanges like this. I didn't think he was able to out-grapple him like this.
Yeah, he's dominating this third round. This is a really good showing from him. People were a bit worried about Ank's cardio. I mean,
I'll throw my hand up and say I was.
Yeah.
But Krylov also didn't really do what he did in the first round, the second and third round either. Like he wasn't really pushing a wrestling heavy approach.
No, I think he got worn out. That first round was a tough round. He expended a lot of energy, and he did go for a couple of takedowns in the second. Ank sort of just pushed him off, and I think it's more Ankalaev not allowing him to do that.
Yeah, maybe. You said you had Ankalaev in a parlay, right?
Yeah.
With Hill?
Yeah.
Well, good thing for me. I mean, the cardio question's answered for me.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the way he's turned it on in this third round. This has been his best round by far.
Not to mention that he struggled, early on in terms of the grappling.
Yeah.
And so there was a pace that was pushed early that he was still able to weather. But traditionally, I guess, like, you can expect that from the Dagestani type guys. Like, usually they're not necessarily cardio machines. Like, there's differences between all of them, but usually, like, if they do get tired, they're like more what I would call like effective gassers, where they're like still reliant to, shoot takedowns or attempt strikes or, whatever the game is. Yeah. Because not all of them are like wrestlers too. That's what's interesting. Like, they all have that background, but like you have like your Saeed Nurmagomedovs, your Magomed Bibulatovs, like guys who like to play like that range type game. Yeah.
Where's Zabit? Is he injured?
I don't know what the deal with him is.
I think they were trying to book the Yair fight, but then Yair had his issues with like fleeing the country.
That fight's cursed. Oh, that was a good performance by Ank, man. I mean, he impressed me. I guess he impressed me.
It looks like Krylov blew his shoulder.
Oh yeah. Interesting.
Huh.
Krylov just didn't have much after round 1, did he?
No.
Well, Uncle Live's probably going to bust DraftKings, though. 9.3. That ain't going to get it done. Yeah, I was listening to your live stream last night, James. You're pretty bullish on Gane.
Yeah, I mean, it's small cage heavyweights. Rosenstruck, I guess, is live for the KO, but people saying that they don't know if Cyril Gane can take a shot. He did take a huge overhand right from Junior Dos Santos, and he ate it. Didn't really do much to him. Didn't deter him. So, I was happy to see that. I just don't see many paths to victory for Jairzinho, and I don't really think there's an argument for like other than the KO for Jairzinho, really. And I don't think the KO is that likely either. So, yeah, I think Gane's pretty. Yeah, I think he should win. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, I like Gane. I don't think I'm a little nervous about the leg kicks from Rosenstruck. I think that this could play a big factor.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that like I have faith in Rosenstruck. I just think it's going to be an interesting 5-round fight. I think it's going to also interesting to see Gane's game plan to see if he does grapple heavy too, because we haven't really seen that traditionally from him. So that's an interesting tidbit too.
I've got the plus 550 submission because just trying to find some value on the fight, and I thought plus 550 might be a decent play. I mean, Gane's really smart, so I would expect him to obviously watch tape on Jairzinho.
Mm-hmm.
And he did start off his UFC career with 2 submissions, so yeah, taking a little shot on Gane by sub there.
I'm with you. That's my official prediction too. I think he subs him.
Yeah, hopefully he goes there early. I think I think you can really get him out of there within the first 2 rounds. To be honest, I really do.
Interesting. All 3 judges scored the first round for Krylov, though.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
Yeah.
That's good to see, I guess.
John just put out a tweet. He goes, last 3 events, minus 0.01 units, minus 0.1 units, and minus 0.00 units.
Minus on this under here. It's either going to be up a half unit or down about 1.6. De La Rosa by decision was a killer.
Yeah,
I think I'm up like 0.2 right now, and I've got 0.5 on Gan sub, so it's all down to the Cyril.
Yeah, and
I actually have gone to close out my my lock of the night contest play in locks competition. I had I had Ronnie Lawrence, Jacoby, and gone for plus 274.
It's annoying because really the only, I mean, I've lost on the couple, like 2 props. I had Jacoby in round 1, Buena Silva, but other than that, the only bet that I've lost is Hernandez. You know, the only fight I've lost. But I'm only up 0.1, 0.2, so it's real frustrating. Sometimes it's hard with the sizing, you know, like.
Yeah, I get that.
That sizing is a bit hard sometimes to determine.
Yeah, my thing too is I probably, like, in hindsight looking at it, the Ankalaev round 1, it's like you knew Krylov was probably going to come out fast, try to grapple early, so maybe that part of the round 1 was going to get chunked up to grappling, so maybe the KO wasn't going to be as alive. So, you know, maybe it's like that, like small adjustments to casting I need to look into. But I mean, other than that, the only other 2 losses I had the Kroom under 2.5. I don't know. I don't think I hate that really. I thought that Kroom gassing was live. Both guys had finish potential, and then the De La Rosa decision.
Yeah, them 2 are fine, man. Who you got here? Izzy Styles on him? Yang KO plus 500?
See, what's interesting to me, I was interested originally when I was thinking about this at the over 2.5, minus 130, but then the more I think about it, I actually kind of like just Izzy by KO at plus 120.
Yeah.
I'm heavily leaning between that and then the fight ends in KO, which is minus 160.
Izzy's such a better striker than Jan Blachowicz. It's ridiculous. Yeah. He's so much higher level.
I think Izzy's gonna finish him round 2, round 3.
I was a bit worried because I went to the Joseph Parker boxing match yesterday in Auckland, and cool. Izzy was there because his teammate Junior Farr was fighting Joseph Parker in the main event. He trains out City Kickboxing as well, and he was there, like ringside. And during the fights, when we was in the venue, there was a few community cases of COVID found in Auckland, and the government did a press conference while we was watching the fights and announced a lockdown from this morning at 6 a.m. And they announced it over the tannoy to like 10,000 of us. And obviously they finished the fights off, but I was thinking, I don't know if he'll be able to like leave Auckland, you know? But I think elite sport is allowed in New Zealand, so that's good. But
okay, hope so. That would be horrible. Yeah, Luke, I didn't even realize this. We were talking about it earlier. The Canelo fight is actually in Miami.
Is it really?
I didn't even notice that. My buddy sent me a picture. So he works for the Dolphins, and he was able to get tickets for it. So him and his girlfriend are in like a Dolphins box for it. I was like, that's cool.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Dude.
Probably not going to be competitive, I don't think, but it'll be cool.
No, that yield room's not very good. I think the over's set at 3.5. So I mean that tells you, what you need to know about the fight. It's always a treat watching Canelo, though. I don't know if you're into boxing too much, but I love watching Canelo.
I'm not into it as much. Honestly, I like watching Fury though. Fury's one of my favorite boxers. So.
Who doesn't?
I just love his personality too. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's a bit of a character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big boxing guy. I cashed that Teofimo Lopez ticket, but that's
against Loma.
Yeah, that was like one of the last boxing bets I bet. Boxing.
I had Loma by decision. Man.
Yeah.
And I had Loma 7-12 there as well. Frustrating.
Guess what the last boxing bet that I had was?
Yours? Fury against Wilder.
Mayweather, McGregor.
Jake Paul
McGregor
over Nate
TKO
Robinson.
round 1. Oh damn. Sharp, bro. Sharp. What price did you get on?
It was like 225.
That's hella value, bro.
That was something. That was interesting. I'm interesting to see too. Did either of you guys put any money on the Paul Askren fight yet?
Yep.
Oh.
I jumped in the opener.
Oh, nice. Yeah, what was that? -175?
I think it was -150 when I got it.
Wow. Jeez.
I was
That's
like,
a
I'm
great
not.
price.
I was like, I'm not overthinking this. I'm just not
Yeah.
gonna overthink it.
Yeah.
What
And then
happens
you
if
got John-
Askren don't get knocked out after
I
3
know.
rounds? Though?
I know. He could just clinch up, gas him. I get it.
Yeah.
I didn't lay like a ton of money on it, but
Funky
Then
Ben
you got-
just put out a video yesterday or something of him like in training camp. He looks so bad, like so bad. You know. Yeah, I think he's probably going to get really badly beat up. I really wanted to bet Ben, but I don't think I can do it.
John, I think John from our pod's betting Ben. I think he's betting Ben, and I think he's betting like I want to say he was betting the over in the fight, like the fight goes distance and then maybe sprinkling like rounds 6 through 9 knockouts, something like that.
What's his? I know that because he commented on one of my comments when I said I might have to bet on Ben. You know, like you're gonna make me bet on him because everyone's pushing the lineup. But I don't think I can do it after some research. But what's his angle? He just thinks that Jake's gonna gas because he doesn't. You know, he's never been that. Yeah, maybe.
Could. Yeah, you could drag him out late. Maybe find a late KO. I think that goes to distance bet's probably decent, but again, could be just a huge sweat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if you're betting goes to distance, you got to be betting Ben, though, right?
That's what he is betting.
Oh, I thought you said he was just betting go the distance.
No, he's betting goes the distance. He's betting Ben, and then I forget what else John was talking about, like a round 6 KO or a round 9 KO, something like that.
How many? It's not 12 rounds, is it?
I think it's only 9, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's 9 rounds then.
9 rounds. I didn't even know there was.
I could be wrong.
I don't know.
Maybe
I don't know, to be honest.
More, I reckon 10 or 8, maybe.
Alrighty, what round do you guys have him subbing him?
Round 2. Or maybe 3. I think I did a dead degenerate round 3 parlay, which is bust now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with lucrative. I'm gonna go with round 2 sub.
Okay. Our prediction for Luke's giveaway was gone KO round 2. So see what happens there.
Suriname. Did you guys see that? I don't think it's true, but there was a post saying that Jairzinho used to be like a rapper before he became.
I think that was no. I saw there was a buddy in our group chat that sent that. Now, so the guy who did the voice is not Jairzinho. Like I was thinking about that at first. I'm like, oh, maybe that is Jairzinho. Like it could sound like him, but no, somebody told me that wasn't actually him.
No, that would be funny.
It's crazy. He's basically, like I saw a bunch of videos though. Like in Suriname, he's treated like a god.
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard of the country before Jairzinho, so I can see why.
Yeah, I'm interested to see, like I said, how early he exchanges in the grappling, because that'll really put some stock like for me and him to like.
Yeah,
he clearly has a grappling edge. He's clearly going to use it.
I think he'd probably make it a strike. He'll want Junior to believe it's a striking fight, so maybe a couple minutes in, or he might even go around.
Yeah.
Cyril's very clever. It's hard to like Junior's game, man.
Yeah, the over 1.5, looking at minus 200 now.
Yeah, it was 200. Yeah, I got the under 2.5, minus 115. I'm going against the public here because I think most of the public's been steaming the over 1.5 at minus 130, 140. So we'll see.
Well, it hasn't worked out well the last few weeks, has it? And I've been on both of them, you know, with Blades and then with Overeem.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, it was.
My thing is, if he grapples heavy early, then he probably has a chance to get a sub because he's super aggro on top. And if not, you know, then it leaves some room to desire for Jairzinho to be able to maybe KO him.
Yeah.
And I jumped in on early on I think it was Volkov Overeem, the over 1.5. That sucked. That sucked.
I know. I was on that too.
You see, Luke. You see what Slee said in the comments there?
Yes, I
did. Pull that one up. That's a funny one.
You want me to?
Yeah, sure. I'm not being mean to John, but I thought that was hilarious.
All right, John. Slee's talking shit.
Talking shit on the quarantine bod, John.
Got to get after Slee's after this, John.
Speaking of Slee's, I did think that that compilation video of Z saying, "That's sharp dude. That's a sharp dude. That's a sharp dude."
Did you see that, Lucrative?
I saw that. That's hilarious, bro.
That was so fun.
So funny, mate.
I'm not even making fun of him. It's just funny. I mean, everybody has their own little catchphrases and this and that.
Yeah, man. Of course. I don't think anyone can deny that was funny. Piece of art. I've bet on every single fight since it's only 3 fights, but since Gan's debut, I've bet on him in a different one way or another. Prop bets and stuff, overs. So.
Interesting.
And I've cashed on all of them, so hopefully I can do that again with the submission.
I don't know many that I've done that for the whole career. The only person I know for sure, I think, was Hamzat. I think there's only one fight where I haven't. I know back the inside the distance on the one fight, the under 1.5 another fight, and then the under 1.5 in the GM3 fight. I think I missed out on this one fight is what it was.
Yeah, I did his first 2 fights, and I just left the Meerschaert. I didn't see too much.
I played I think that's the only fight I played for Hamzat.
And then I was
under 1.5.
And I was backing.
He was backing Rocky.
I think the one I stayed off was the John Phillips one. The McKee, I played the under 1.5. I was backing, and then I was backing Rocky again against him.
Yeah.
I had a plus 168 for 1.5 units.
They're fighting in June, I believe.
Well, they were. It was caught. He tested positive again.
He just put out a post yesterday saying "see you in June," so hopefully they reschedule
really?
it for June.
Okay.
Hamzat did, yeah. "6'4" Jairzinho, I think.
I don't think they're both 6'4", by the way, too. I saw the stat that said they were both 6'4".
No.
Gon's got like 2 or 3 inches on him.
Did they say that on this tail of the tape just now?
Oh no! I didn't even look at that. No, you're right.
Yeah.
But I saw on ESPN it has them both at 6'4". I'm like,
yeah, it's so funny.
6'4".
It's hilarious. Jorginho he just doesn't do anything.
Just waits for that big flurry,
he's
bro.
doing nothing.
Yeah. He waited for 24 minutes and 30 seconds against Alistair. Oh, he did a little bit, I guess, in some of them rounds. But
yeah.
Yeah, the stats, it said he landed like 90 significant strikes in that fight. I'm like, I'm not too convinced about though. Not too convinced about that.
They must have counted the last strike for like 50 or something.
Yeah.
Just because they broke the lip.
Yeah.
God damn, we're gonna get another fucking Derek Lewis and Ngannou fight here.
We got to see that rematch, man. After Ngannou knocks out Steve.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I wouldn't mind seeing that again. It wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same.
No.
But someone made a good point saying maybe Ngannou didn't. Yeah, go on.
I was gonna say, how do you bet on that fight? I feel like
Lewis Ngannou or Stipe.
Yeah, Lewis Ngannou.
Yeah. I don't know. over 4.5. Yeah, someone made a point which I don't know, possibly agree with. Oh, that was a good shot. He's going for a takedown now. Won't get it. So as soon as Gang caught him, he went for a takedown.
Oh shit.
Oh, he's being bullish on the takedown.
With fucking 20 seconds left in the round.
Yeah, but he knows he can get him down now, I guess. Jorginho also knows he can be taken down.
Watch him just knee him in the face, no contest.
I don't know how that would work with my under 2.5. Is that void? Is it a void then?
Well, if it was DQ,
I guess it would cash. I guess it would cash because it's DQ. Yeah,
cashes, I believe.
Yeah.
It did go under 2.5.
I've never had that happen before.
At least we saw some grappling from Cyril. It's in his mind.
Yeah.
I mean, for my bet anyway. He caught him with a great switch stance overhand. They should replay it. It was really nice. There it was, yeah. They didn't show the switch stance, but...
Quinn just posted in the UFC chatter. He goes, he almost had the sub. Quinn, what are you talking about, dude? Quinn, come on.
Sorry, what?
Who's Cyril?
Yeah.
He said kidding. He said kidding. He said kidding, but like...
Oh, I missed the last part of that then. It's like, Quinn had a few too many cocktails.
Yeah, he said kidding again.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, he also thought Jimmy won the fight 29-28, so...
Gone minus 300.
Really?
Feel like betting heavyweight MMA laying chalk live is just a trap spot. Probably long term.
I mean, what was Blades after round 1 last week? It must have been huge.
I have no idea.
So you've got Gan to close out a parlay in a challenge. Do you have any other bets on it, like straight? I mean,
no, that was it. Oh no, that was just for locks. His $25 competition. So no. So I just had the 3. I had the 3 parlay, just the Lawrence Jacoby and gone.
Did you say you had any bets on this, Luke?
I got nothing. I got
the under 2.5. That's it, which is looking pretty toast. I think Neil was at least going to do, something. He's kind of just standing there.
Yeah, I really thought he would just stand there, to be honest.
Yeah. I didn't think it was just going to be this bad, though, to be honest. I mean, he's looking to counter at least, but I thought there was going to be more striking when it was on the feet. Not this much attention.
Yeah, I really thought there would be. I mean, he really doesn't impress me now. But he could just knock anyone out at any time, so.
I haven't looked at DraftKings. I haven't looked much at DraftKings tonight, but with how it's looking right now, it ain't looking too promising. Hill was 9.2K. She got canceled. Ankalaev was 9.3. Gone was 9K. It's going to be an interesting slate to see how this plays out.
It's terrible. God, this is like Cyril's making it look easy. Look like they shouldn't be in a cage together.
Yeah.
It's not like, you're not doing much damage, Cyril, but it just making it look easy.
And it's crazy too because I don't parlay Gone yet. I parlay Blades, and Blades gets nuked.
Yeah, maybe that
kept
you off the parlay this week, right? I mean, I don't know, but
yeah,
a lot of people I know
was for sure.
Nice foot sweep. Oh shit!
There was this.
No! His back is just too big.
Biggie boy.
Biggie boy's back too big, bro.
That was a wild exchange.
God damn. Yeah.
He went for it though. Dangerous though.
It's just 0 hooks. Just grabbed his neck.
Yeah.
So just waiting for the Overeem fight to happen here, essentially,
Basically, yeah.
I mean, again, his chin is.
I mean, that was my hot take that he was going to come out and sub him, but I mean, in terms of the feed, I mean, there's not really any surprises for me. It's pretty confident that God was going to outwork him.
Yeah,
higher volume, take the center.
Yeah, fuck. Should have done something more with Gan. Hey, I've never seen Gan go 5 rounds. We don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, Rosenstruck hasn't pushed any sort of a pace in any capacity, though.
No.
And that's the thing too. That's
I don't
why
know. To me, there's no reason
That's
to
why I
say
was.
that Gane's going to get tired.
No.
Yeah.
He's forced no grappling exchanges. Has put together what, like 2 flurries, if that. Like,
Yeah. Oh. I wish he was a bit closer on the feet. Gan might go for some more wrestling if so, but doesn't even need to. Oh.
Rito says 2-0 Gane. I agree, sir. I agree.
Yep.
$34-9 on distance strikes through 11 minutes. Biggie boy ain't doing nothing.
Tried to go for a takedown there. Nothing doing. Oh. Oh. Take man. Last double this too.
I really think if he did just explode and blast open him, he'd probably get him down if he
No
wanted
doubt.
to.
Yeah, man. He'll run right through him. He's way bigger than him.
But like you said, to be fair, I mean, there's not really any reason he's
Nah.
needed to.
When he did go for that one sub attempt, Jorginho exploded and it was a little bit hairy for a sec, you know, so he's probably just happy with the range pitter-patter game.
Yeah.
But you're giving Rosenstruck his best chance there, you know. It only takes one.
Yep. Bob when you should have weaved.
Yeah.
Oh, lost 1.65 on the night. Not great. But
Big card next week to get it back, man.
Yep. I already have 2 plays so far for the card.
Nice.
One of them moved nicely, which was nice. Which was I have a unit and a half on Aljo at plus 142.
Oh yeah, a lot of people on Aljo. I haven't looked into that one yet. You think Aljo decision is live? Like I was thinking, if you're on Aljo, you're probably thinking he's gonna stop him, right?
I think a decision could be live. I think a decision could be live.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be like shocked. I think the pace and the pressure like could break him late, but I wouldn't be shocked with the decision.
Yeah.
It's hard to say though, because we just really haven't seen much of Jan in the grappling overall. So
yeah.
Granted, I would say Aljo's the better grappler, but it's you know, if Aljo can't get him down, then
yeah, then it's trouble. But you know, Aljo's a striker, man. He's a wonder boy now. You know, can't believe he beat Jimmy Rivera stand up. And who else did he beat? 15-minute stand up game. Rivera and Munoz. Yeah. Both of them, and look, them guys look good tonight. That was a
Munoz fight a little disconcerting though for Aljo. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
if you go back, if you go back and watch that one, I mean, he outvolumed him like 174 to like 105, 130-27. Like, don't get it twisted. But Munoz hurt his leg, hurt him to the body. Aljo's defense broke down a little bit, so
yeah,
little disconcerting against Jan. But I'll probably most likely be on Aljo too. But I'd like a better price personally.
Yeah. I don't know if you're going to get one, honestly. I think it's been going the other way, actually. I haven't looked at it in a little while. But I saw most books had like plus 110.
It has right now, but I'm pretty positive more money's going to come back in.
Yeah, it looks like
could be wrong, but
most places, yeah.
I think we'll see some more Jan money.
Looks like there's a decent amount of Jan money coming in.
I want to play Jan by TKO just because there's a lot of questions.
I think John from our pod is going to be on Jan from what it sounds like. So
I don't think he's live for a decision, but I'll play his KO lines like plus 500. I mean, Izzy's moving up 20 pounds. Jan can hit hard. That's it, really. Don't really need much more than that for me to play it, to be honest. It's pretty simple. Seen Izzy knocked out with big gloves on. You know, I know it's against Pereira. He can be knocked out.
Jan's a black belt too. Say that for what you will. I mean, haven't seen a ton of, overall grappling over him over the years, but
yeah,
has shown a proponent.
Sub your boy Krylov.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Made it look easy too.
Yeah.
It's crazy because you're looking at Rosenstruck right now, and he's the number 4 heavyweight. Meanwhile, he's, I think that's kind of crazy considering he's ranked that high, because I don't think he has that much skill personally.
No, he's not good, man. I don't know. I don't want to say that, but
I know. I just don't think he can be the lead of the division, which is, the top 5, which that's why I don't think he belongs in the top 5. But, here we are. Derek Lewis is number 3 ranked heavyweight. So,
I personally thought, I didn't even think I thought Rosenstruck would have gotten bounced out at the UFC early, to be honest. I was wrong completely about that, but I didn't think the guy was going to last, to be honest, let alone get into the top 5. But
he might have just run on some good variants, because I don't know how often does he KO Alistair in the last minute? Maybe KOs him earlier in a lot of them situations, though, but then he probably loses a decision a lot also.
Yeah, struggled early against Albini, blitzed Arlovsky.
Yeah.
I was going to say, how often is he going to blitz how often is Arlovsky getting, just running right into a right hand?
Yeah, that was crazy. It's pretty funny.
I mean, even the Dos Santos fight, it was essentially largely this, and then Rosenstruck just landed the nuke.
Yeah, and Junior's chin it's highly deteriorated now. Cyril doesn't want to wrestle anymore.
All right, hot take on Gon sub sucks for me.
Yeah, same. That was predicated on my win or loss. I think I'll lose like half a unit. Oh, you lose like 0.2 units, I believe.
And that's the thing we were talking about in our chat a little bit. Not that he didn't have a huge advantage, but like only 5-1, and you didn't really think he was like, you didn't know if he was gonna come out heavy grappling because he's never shown to do it. I didn't think, like, I don't know. Obviously, it's easy to say in hindsight, but even I was saying before, like 5-1 wasn't enough for me to like poke it because I didn't think it was like.
Yeah, it's not huge.
Like, and I brought up like the Glover when Glover was fighting Thiago Santos, and Glover sub was 5-1.
Yeah,
like, that's a realistic 5-1 outcome, I think, in that.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I don't mean I'm not trying to shit on your bet here. I think the Gon sub had value, but I just wouldn't play it personally.
Yeah, I feel you. I was just more looking for some like a way to play it. I guess I was maybe a little bit scared. I put Gan in a parlay though. That was with Hernandez, bro. And Hernandez fucked me on that.
Yeah.
Because I really thought Gan was like, so I really should be playing Gan alone because I really thought Gan was, outside of a freak KO, which Josina's not going to keep doing. I really thought he should be like even like up to -350, -375 here. Maybe just under 80%. Probably even 80%.
Rito says Rosenstrike like Derek Lewis without power. Yeah, he's got power.
He's got the power.
He's got power.
It's there somewhere.
I would say he has less urgency than Derek Lewis. What it seems like. I don't know.
They definitely resemble.
Like, from what I'm seeing here, he's not trying to engage hardly at all. How boring of a fight do you think that would be, Rosenstruck and Lewis?
Yeah.
How boring? Like, do you think you think it's worse than Ngannou Lewis, or you think we get a knockout? You think Blades knocks him out, or not Blades? You think Lewis knocks him out?
Yeah, probably.
God, that would be horrible. They make it like a 3-round fight. I couldn't even imagine that being a 5-round fight.
No, that would be awful.
It's like at some point you'd think the guy has some sense of urgency. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude, you're down 5 or you're down 4 rounds. Like, you're just gonna sit there and stare at him for 20 minutes? Yeah, obviously, Luke, you're the a-hole. You're not in the cage, whatever. But it's like,
yeah,
losing the fight, bro.
Magic's last tweet. Bumzinho volume Bumsin streak has called more fouls than punches thrown.
Magic.
What a guy.
That sub's out the window then.
So what's next for Gon? You can do like Gon over him?
No. Maybe Gon Lewis winner fights
Gon Volkov?
winner.
That wouldn't be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, is Lewis fighting for a title after this?
No.
No, John is, right?
Yeah,
oh, there
John's
he is. Come on the screen right now. Wow. Strange. They say John is, then John comes out and says, no, I'm not. Hopefully we can sort something out. They will. It's just negotiations, right? Yeah, so you've got Gan, Volkov, and Lewis. Do we have anyone else we can do a little four-man tourney? Not really.
Yeah, Gone, Volkov, Lewis, and then John. But John, the problem is John just fighting for the belt next, so you don't.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just.
I guess you could throw Blades in there. What if you did Volkov?
Gone Blades.
What if you did Volkov and Lewis 2, Lewis 2, and Gone Blades? There you go.
They both got hype around them now. I think the rematch would be, yeah, I'd
Gone Blades. That's a good fight.
Yeah.
See, right? Not crazy.
Yeah, it is a very interesting fight. Actually, I might have to take Blades there, depending on the line.
Yeah.
$50-45.
Yeah.
Gone via decision.
Well, sorry, guys, not the most entertaining main event for the live stream, but
no. Not even the co-main event. I thought there was going to be a little more action in the co-main event, personally.
Yeah, I'm surprised they both went to decision. Could parlay that for some good cash.
Crazy.
MMA. Go on, Cyril.
Renoy, who win? Bro, I hope you're watching this fight, and that's not a serious question. Gone killing him, bro.
If you're not watching the fight, Jan is up 50-45, 50-0. I would say 50-0 because I don't think Rosenstruck really did much of anything outside like 2 blitzes.
Has Rosenstruck landed more than 25 strikes?
No.
I'm going to say no. I would venture to say, I want to say no. I'm looking.
Well, based on UFC stats, he's landed 60 probably.
According to ESPN, he is 35 and 92.
Oh, the submissions live, boys.
That becomes up. That's so funny. And Gunn clapped back at him.
Yeah.
You could have literally just basically foot sweeped him there. If
boys, the submission. Boys.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah. I was about to say it's there.
It's a bit late. Fuck's sake. That justifies the bet there. No.
See, what's crazy too is like he could have been doing this the whole time.
Yeah, but he 50-45 them. So.
That's what you never know, and that's what's crazy.
Yeah, he didn't need to.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like with playing inside the distance, because I was thinking of playing inside the distance prop, but it's like depends on how proactive the grappling is to give the submission a chance. It is what it is. We got a fun card next week, though.
Huge card, yeah.
I will say what's interesting. One fight that I just got into last night. I think Dominic Cruz has some value. I'm just kind of waiting.
Is it a pick'em?
Cruz is, I think, plus 110 in some places. Personally, I'm trying to see if the Cruz decision line, what that opens up at, depending on if they give like a crazy number.
When is Cruz last?
170, plus 180.
When does Cruz last look good against TJ Dillashaw? But it was, right? How long ago was that? 6 years ago?
2016, 2014, something like that. Let me look at that real quick.
It's a long time ago, man.
No. So that's the issue with me for. Let me let you. So it is, 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, the issue with me is I think watching the Dillashaw fight and then watching the Cejudo fight, watching the Garment fight, I just think that his movement has definitely declined, and I think it's definitely because of ring rust, age as well. But it's kind of like an interesting. But again, I think he has one of the hardest styles to fight against. So it'll be interesting to see where that line moves. But I like the Cruz side.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at it yet personally. Anrad, thoughts on Lemos? I actually finished this one up today.
Oh.
Think it's a tough fight for Souza personally, and I'm not a huge fan of Lemos in general, but the fact of the matter is Souza doesn't throw volume, and she is so predicated in terms of her game on takedowns. From what we've seen from Lemos, has solid takedown defense. Granted, small sample size at 115, but she's the much bigger, stronger girl here. More output, more aggression, more power to her game. So unless Souza is able to land takedowns, she is a judo black belt, BJJ black belt. If that's the case, maybe there's some upside to her. Granted, not laying minus 185 on Lemos personally, because I still have a lot of questions based on her game. She only had the one fight against Granger where she subbed her quick. Against Mizuki, 30-27 her is what it is. That's 2 fights at 135. She looked pretty terrible at 135. If you go back and watch her old fights, had that USADA suspension. So it's one of these fights I'm definitely down to pass on. But I think the line's probably roughly correct. But who knows what Amanda Lemos looks like on her back, I guess is what I will say. Because we haven't seen a lot of that yet. So that, I think, is a great fight to stay away from.
At the current line.
At the current line, correct.
But if you got in it earlier, then maybe.
Well, what did Lemos open at?
Minus 140, I believe. I don't know. I saw it at minus 140. I played it at minus 140.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't hate that.
I will say another interesting vet lesson spot is Benavidez too.
Yeah, that's a weird one as well for me. It's sometimes hard with these they keep making these matchups, these veteran versus youngsters these days. I think more often. It's always a hard one because, you like to fade in experience, but you also like to, if you read the book Fightnomics, it will tell you the younger fighter often wins a lot more when there's a substantial age gap. So there's that fine line between inexperience and age that you have to kind of like just cap on a fight-to-fight basis.
For sure. All right, guys. I want to say thank you to James for joining us tonight for even through another little fight on there. I thought we were only going to be joined by him for the co-main, but he jumped on a little early for our Montana De La Rosa fight that we unfortunately took an L on. But want to give it a shout out to James for coming on, filling the void. Thanks, bro. Any plugs you got?
Nah, man. Lucrative MMA. Just check me out, Twitter. Thanks for having me on, boys. Enjoyed it, and definitely do it again soon.
All right. Sounds good, guys. Yeah, sure. As usual, I'm Luke at SWR_betting, Lags at _the capper. Find us on Wednesday nights, Club and Some Podcast. Me and John Stargarian do a show on Thursday nights, specifically talking to DraftKings. We might actually be doing another live stream for UFC 259, so be on the lookout for that on Twitter. But for right now, not the greatest card in the world, but hopefully we provided you guys with a little bit of entertainment, even a couple fights that we were talking about for next week. So, yeah, be on the lookout. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll catch you next week.
Take care, boys.